Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwa na mnuwa. Hey, anamekele maduche mefo. Mwanemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Namdekano is another Savior. Gonna sing along, holy, 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 Namdekano is another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 is another Savior. Getting moving right and getting moving faster now. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, holy, getting moving right and moving faster. Yeah, for freedom. Is another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 Namdekano is another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwa na mnuwa. Hey, anamekele maduche mefo.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. It is morning from this part of the world. Anyway, to the northern brothers, I won't say Inaoni, to the Yoruba people, Ekaro, my Urumbu people, the Mengo, my Sosa people, I say Agbeno. Today is another interesting day, and we will be focusing mainly on the campaign trend, one would say, the train is being going from north to south. At this, as at today, as we speak, APC and PDP are focusing on the northwest. We hear Atiku speaking from somewhere in Kaduna where he was being questioned by the Arewa Consultative Forum. If you want to remember, about I'd say about 2 weeks ago when their spokesperson Ali Baba Ahmed was on one of the television channels, says that they have actually have demands or requests before every or questions before every presidential candidate that who will represent their interests first and foremost. That who they are going to canvass their vote for. And that I started with Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar was being asked by the same Ahmed. The question was basically, as a president, why, as a presidential candidate among the 17 other candidates, why should the northern people, an average northerner, trust you with their votes? Why should they trust you above every other candidate? I think we went directly to answer that question by saying that what an average northerner needs. Remember, the question is, why should the northerner trust you with their votes? Atiku responded by saying what the average northerner need instead. He said an average northerner need a president from the northern origin who has bridge across the other side of the country. That is what an average northerner needs. An average northerner doesn't need a president from the Yoruba extraction. These are his words. An average northerner don't need a president from the Igbo extraction. As I say, remember the question is why should we trust you with our votes? And he can answer it by responding that say what they need instead. So that says a lot. But above beyond all, as he was speaking in Kaduna, Wike is also was also speaking in the Cross River. Remember, Cross River, the governor is Ben Ayade. So, but Wike is heavily invested in that in the PDP of that state. They have donated cars, donated buses for their campaign already. So he was also speaking yesterday in Calabar, where he stated that enough is enough. I'm paraphrasing, enough is enough for the northern domination. Why am I bringing that perspective into it? To me, this is how they want the campaign to go. A divided country, north against the south, south against the north. But I don't know who at this point is going to favor, but clearly that is what Atiku is preaching. Now, this is my observation. I will go quickly into the studio and see who they and see what they think about what is going on and what Atiku said that is catching balls all around the country. And again, before I actually go into it, we all agreed yesterday that before you come on the screen, you have to be on your video. If not, trust me, only me could fit up for 5 hours, even though it go make sense, But joke apart, we really want to actually, it gives more credibility when you are speaking and people can see you, can actually put a face to what you are claiming or what your opinion, whatever how ridiculous or how accurate it may are. So that we all agree on that yesterday. And we all agree that the platform needs to actually take a different dimension, not necessarily different from what we've been doing or what we are used to, but add more programs in, bring more interviews, go live to what is happening in the streets. And we all agree that for that to actually take effect positively, we need support one way or the other. So please don't forget the various ways that you can actually donate to make the platform move forward, bigger and better. Man of prestige, man of prestige. Anyway, think he's away from his computer or phone, whatever he's using. Yes, so let me try to give much perspective from my own point of view, how whatever that is. A lot. Yeah, Rahman is want to give his own view on this. Rahman,
Yeah, yes, Ovie. It's we've always said it was going to. And apologies for the background noise, by the way. I've got the children about. Um, we've always said it was going to be an ethnic politics, and an ethnic politics is what is turning out to be. The ethnicity space of this politics, it kicked off with that infamous now Tinubu speech in Ogun State, where in just sheer desperation, as the last throw of the dice, he did that Emilokon. So you recall that Tinubu said Emilokon, and a lot of people held on to that was what he said. But that wasn't all that he said. He said Emilokon, and then he immediately, in the next breath, said Yoruba Lokon. So it is
yes.
my turn, and it is the turn of the Yoruba. So that was where the ethnicity was introduced into the landscape. And then, of course, the baton for that ethnicity was picked up by Anambra born in that now infamous. Rather than me speak for him, let's hear Anambra born. If we have the clip of it, let's hear Anambra born speak for himself. Oh, hopefully I've not deleted it. I may well have. But you recall, of course, that if I do have it. So let's hear Anambra born and listen to this guy very carefully, because this is ethnic politics at its most crude and rudimentary. This is the most vulgar of ethnic politics you will ever hear from Peter Obi. So this is Peter Obi throwing red meat at the carnivores and inviting his tribesmen to launch at the Yorubas. Listen to this, Ovie.
Somebody said to me, these candidates, they were the people who fought about it to the standstill. I said, okay. That he even lost everything. That by 1998, when this thing was started, he has lost it because he lost everything. I said, but he has to play now. So how? Where is his company? Where is his shit? My brother, we have a crisis. The crisis is all of us. That's why I'm pleading for all of us. Let's go and take back our country. I want it like any other country. Where the leader is responsible to the people are gadfly to the leader. They can question his rascality. His behavior must be behavior of somebody who is sane and who wants to serve. Not behavior of where he comes in and the bad behavior has become a measure of success in our system. That's what he said. That a man can be anywhere and he will call police and because he has police, because it's bad behavior. Because the society has said it's bad behavior.
All right, sorry, Ovie. That was actually the wrong clip, but I think you know the clip that I'm referencing. I'll have to make sure that we find it and then we keep it just for future references. You recall, of course, that infamous speech when he handed over his phone to one of his functionaries and invited him to read out the content, which he said was being shared amongst and around the Yoruba people. That the Yoruba people were WhatsApping themselves not to vote for Peter Obi for reasons of him being an Igbo man, and if Nigeria had an Igbo president, then the Igbos will evolve out of the doldrums and abandon their investment in Yoruba land. So that was Peter Obi inviting frontally. That is the most crude yet of the ethnic politics that we have seen. So it started off with Tinubu with the Milokon Yoruba Lokon, and then Anambra born. He went just viscerally and frontally at it, inviting his clansmen to launch at the Yorubas. So now the last incarnation of it now to complete that this is a Wazobia election, you now have Atiku Abubakar going amongst his clansmen to regard the Igbos and the Yorubas as enemies and pack their support with him. So there it is right there, Ovie, ethnic politics. This is how it's going to play. And it's going to get uglier and more vicious, Ovie.
Yes. Interesting. That yeah, it's great. It's interesting to see how you bring a historic perspective to it. How everyone has actually contributed to drive the narrative extreme. Even the Konkoso camp too. Remember when Konkoso said that if he's not at the top of the ticket between him and Obi, the northern people will not vote for that ticket. But there is some interpretation there. Anyway, let's go to the panelists and see if Mr. Eddie is ready. Mr. Eddie, hello Eddie, man of prestige.
Sorry. I can't go yet. No. Maybe try somebody
Is
else
that
first. So.
All right. All right. It's really off-putting somewhat when people turn up, but they're not ready to go. But let the conversation carry on. And Ovie, bring us the other talking points that you may have for us as well. One of the things making the headlines is the Tinubu speech at the Kaduna Trade Summit, where he made some excellent points, which we talked about at length yesterday, but he seemed to have dropped one of his gaffes that he usually drops. So, in the course of that interaction with Kaduna, he invited El Rufai, this is
Verify.
the reporting, to help move the Nigerian situation from rotten to bad. So this seems to be what people are latching on, especially the eastern parts, who are very quick to latch on to this. Let me see. Let me actually read you what he said. He said, "I am openly begging Governor El Rufai not to run away for additional degrees like PhD and others. There are educated derelicts. We are not going to let you run away. Your vision, creativity, and resilience in turning a rotten situation into a bad one are necessary at this crucial time, and that is why we're here." So the part of that speech that people are latching on to is turning a rotten situation into a bad one. So people are suggesting that this is a gaffe, but would you suggest, Ovie, that turning a situation from rotten to bad is a progression? Because bad is a progression from rotten, and then the next progression from bad is good. So you can't live from rotten to bad to good. And what Tinubu said, even though people are attributing it as a gaffe, some people might well suggest that it's an evolutionary statement. What's your take on that, Ovie?
Yes, coming from an experienced public speaker like Sundubu, I will always read the deliberate meaning to it because I listen to it over and over again, and it kind of leave it's open to different interpretation. Anybody can read meaning to it because it never. I mean, even though yes, is addressing El-Rufai, never pointed the fact that it's talking about Kaduna State himself, the Kaduna State or Nigeria has said no. He just said it turned a worse situation, a rotten situation to a bad situation, which is to me, he knows what he's doing. He knows that yes, people will single out that particular out and run with it. I mean, this is a
Can I
man
can
who
I
has
interject?
invested.
Can I interject?
Yes, let me just
Ma-
bring my point home. This is a man who has
Yeah.
invested heavily in media, so he knows how the narrative goes at any time. So go ahead. Sorry.
You hear me?
Yes, yes, man of prestige. Is that you?
No, that's not me. I think it's
Can,
somebody.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Is that Eddie?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
We can hear you, Ed. Carry on. We're all waiting.
Like I lost the sound on here.
Oh, just carry on, man. Over here. I'm not quite sure what this chap is doing. Carry on, man.
Yes, sorry. Solly, Solly, are you
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Man, what happened today? What happened to your camera?
Hello?
No.
If you don't put on your camera, I am going to find you. Me, I
What's
have
the
the power
fine?
to find you. The
What's the
fine
fine?
is $100 per minute
No.
that is
Okay.
paid.
That's fair enough.
Okay, go ahead. So, well, yeah. So, you want me to summarize what we are talking about, or you've been following?
Is it not the what Atiku said?
Yes. What do you think is driving us? Why do you, I mean, somebody like Atiku, who is a veteran, boldly made that kind of statement. Why do you think he's going that route?
First of all, he's in the midst of his people, so that's probably how they talk regularly.
No, sorry again. It was a question, pretty much a question and answer section. So they
Yes,
asked him as a presidential
I
candidate.
know. I know. I watched the video. I
So,
watched the video. I watched long and short version. So I'm
okay,
not done. That's just one of the
okay.
things I noticed. So he's among his people. So he's more comfortable with his utterances. So obviously, he started speaking the way he usually talks. When we're not there. Then secondly, he doesn't have anything to campaign about. Doesn't have anything to promise his people. That's just his campaign strategy. Don't vote for them or vote for us. Vote for we, and it works. uh, you
But
know
PDP people will disagree with you that I mean, somebody who has a manifesto out already, you can't say he doesn't have anything to campaign
okay,
about.
but
He has,
I didn't argue about that. I never said that. I said he doesn't have anything to promise his people. Plain and simple as that. That's it in summary. Because he has something to promise them or offer them, you will say it. He doesn't have anything to offer them, literally. So what's the other campaign strategy? Us against them. Lazy man's work. And yeah, you know, out of over 100 million people, you would think that there will be one out of the 100 million that would be able to defy these people with wisdom. It's just so disappointing that we don't even have one.
oh, solely again, if you are in their shoe, are you going to do different?
Sorry,
Will you,
I
what will,
think
if you are in their position, if you are running for president today,
yes.
in the midst of all this, including the contestant, what will your
Sorry,
own message
one
be?
man's audio is I can't hear.
Okay,
Somebody is
all right,
yeah.
go ahead.
I can't hear what you are saying.
I
Can you
said,
can you mute
can
the
can you
can you
hear?
mute?
Can you hear
Yeah,
me now? Yeah,
yeah, I can hear
I
you.
said, if you are happen to be running for that seat today, or if you are
Mm-hmm.
in their shoe, with the midst of all
Mm-hmm.
the candidates and everything that is going on,
Mm-hmm.
how will your own message be? What will be your rhetoric? Will it be
You
different
know,
from what they are saying?
there's one guy called Benga Daniels. He was governor
Ogun
of
State, Ogun State.
yes, and Tinubu. They use the same campaign strategy. Will I call it campaign strategy? But there's like this problem we always have. How do we communicate with these people? How do you communicate with every single one of them and grab your attention? It's all about visual because human beings are visual creatures, especially the males. Now, how did Tinubu win his election? After disappointing us that first term, he still won second term, you know? So, how did they do it? All these Benga Daniels and
Solly, let me ask you a question. Do you think there is an inevitability that Tinubu will ultimately win that presidency? Because there seems to be an alignment of the elements in his favor. There was absolutely no reason and no expectation that Tinubu would get the primaries. In fact, if you look at when the primaries was playing out, in the hierarchy of preference, Oshibanjo seemed to be almost a nailed down certainty. Rotimi Amechi was keeping him honest. What is it? The governor of Ekiti State. What is his name? Fayemi. Yes. Also, he was
One
also
man,
putting
one
up a
man.
strong showing, and everybody thought Tinubu was dead and buried. But when those
No.
results came in, Tinubu, he slaughtered them. It was a
Yes.
massacre. What he did, it was a master class. So there's
Yes.
it's like it's written in the stars that this guy is going to be your next president. And
Yes.
everybody feels that it is the turn of the South. And whenever it does come to the South, traditionally it comes to the Yoruba space because it is more a Yoruba president that the country can stomach than any other president from the South. The most relatable southern space within the Nigerian paradigm is the Yoruba space. So is there an inevitability that Tinubu ultimately will get that prize? Solly?
One man, I have no argument against you. The moment he won that 1,000 votes, I knew he was going to be president already. People were surprised, but they didn't look at that. That's why I'm trying to give examples of reality, examples of why this guy became governor. You know, people don't know these people. These people went hard. All these other politicians, they are so disappointing. It's like they are not even trying. You know, it's like that. And Tinubu has even started. He hasn't even started.
Can I interject?
You know? Let me give my example of Benga Daniels and Tinubu first.
Hello?
Yes, sorry.
Can I interject? Can I interject?
Go ahead. Sorry,
Yeah.
hold on.
Okay. Yeah. So this is Mr. Ed. So I don't get a chance to get on this program. So every now and then I try to jump in. I think it's an interesting take that you are having. But I do think I want you to focus on. I just posted the link on the chat. If you can play that link, if you can open it up.
I saw it, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can play it due to copyright infringement.
Yeah, what's it about?
It's about
Yeah.
Peter Obi.
It's about yes. It's a sensitization, exactly, because Nasarawa State.
Nasarawa.
So what I hear people say on this platform usually is like, yeah, Peter Obi is not doing anything and whatever. I think what you have to understand is that the campaign strategy that the Peter Obi team are running is a different type of campaign strategy that they've used before, or that the other two big parties are relying on. Okay. So just let me finish. It's a decentralized campaign strategy. So I think for months, because if you just simply go into Google, because what I'm doing, basically what you have to do is try to get many informations and put the pieces together, see what is actually going on. What is actually going on with the Peter Obi space? Just listen, let me finish. But if you can play that video, that will show you exactly what is actually going on the ground. You know, so
I have no doubts that Peter Obi is trying, and I wish him good luck.
No, but you haven't even seen what you talk, because you said
sorry, hold on, Solly, hold on, please. Just to give a texture to what Ed is saying, what Ed has posted, and we can play it, but really,
please do.
A summary of it would do. What Ed is saying essentially is a snippet of the obedient space in Nasarawa State, doing what they are calling a door-to-door grassroots mobilization. And what they are doing is they are presenting a mock of the electoral materials to potential voters and talking them through.
Can you play it instead of explaining it? So the people can actually see it. Please.
I already told you that there are copyright issues that might be.
Oh, come on, guys. Oh, so how come you play like other? So no, one man. I will come back to this show next time, you know what I mean, and try to challenge you on that, because I think I'll send you a couple of information on your Insta, DM, which you promised me, and if I have information, send it to me. I send you a lot of information to get some, because look, I think what you have to be honest with, show people what is actually going on so people can make their own choices. Don't be selective in picking up info. No. I think you're going with narrative that suits your own narrative. So you are ignoring some information that comes to you.
I knew it was just going to be a rant fest. I knew it was just going to be a rant fest.
Eddie, what are we talking about?
No, but it's true, because I know what I'm talking about.
What are we talking about?
Gentlemen, hold on. When I say hold on, that's everybody. One at a time, because otherwise nobody hears us. So let Ed land this point. Ed, to you.
Yeah. So that's the point I was making, is that we've had this discussion in the past. You say when you come correct and come with facts. Okay. Now, if you have information, because what I'm thinking is that I'll look for informations and just scan information around and see how verifiable they are, real, verifiable information. I send it to you, but I was expecting you, when you discuss some informations about maybe the Peter Obi space or any other space as well, that to take all the different information, then at least you can present, different side of what is going on. What I hear on this platform usually, is that Peter Obi is not doing anything, it's not reaching out enough. And what I'm trying to tell you is like, if you do just a simple Google check, you will see that all this type of sensitization has been going on in the North for many months, and not even the Labour Party is responsible for it, right? This is just like, I think somebody mentioned like yesterday, that there's a lot of support groups which are being formed by themselves, villages, towns. And that is, those people are doing all the work, without even the Labour Party knowing this. That's why I wanted to show this, so people can actually see what's going on, not just telling, because these are not Igbo people that's doing this. These are Hausa peoples in the core North, in the villages of the North. It's good to show that, to understand that the penetration of the sensitization actually going on in the North. So all this stuff that you guys are talking about now with Atiku, what Tinubu said, that doesn't make any difference to what the actual people on the ground. That should be the focus.
No, well, it's a broad church, so the focus is the whole space. But to what you are saying, that Peter Obi is making insertions into the North is not in dispute, because it's in open glare. Anybody can see it. But what you have to understand, Mr. Ed, is that Peter Obi essentially is playing catch up. Because
that's fine.
No, hold on. We have two mainstay parties who all of the odds favor that one of them is going to be the president of Nigeria. So you have Peter Obi as a new paradigm within the dynamic, and he's trying to now catch up to where the two main parties are. So necessarily he has to do all of these things that you say he is doing, and it is all impressive and along the lines of what he should do. Would that be sufficient enough to get him the presidency? I think you would say no. And then is he doing enough in that penetration? I think you would say he is not. So all these little cameos of people gathering in little huddles in the North to wave Peter Obi flags is not sufficient enough to say that he is penetrating the North. So there is no mass following. There is no mass recognition. There is no mass interest. There is no mass anything. So what you are having is little snippets of instances of this guy making some sort of like a crowd-funded, sort of crowd-based. But
now you're giving the interpretation, one man. That's why you're not playing it. That's why people can see for themselves. Look. I think what is important. I think everyone. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
I mean, this is not even about.
Go ahead. It's not a.
I don't even know why we are talking about Peter.
Nobody's denying what you are saying. Okay.
Can I intervene?
What? I don't follow. Go ahead. Man of prestige. Go ahead.
I don't know you were going to intervene.
Sorry. Calm down, Solly. It's my
prestige. Hold on, man of prestige. Please stay within the content of discussion. What we are talking about today is about what Atiku said in Kaduna. That's what we are talking about today.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question about that because I just logged in. I don't know what happened, but I saw the caption about what he said. So you have to give me a little bit more preview about what happened. But before I go there, I have some conversation to have. I have to have it with one man. It's what transpired yesterday. Ovia, you wasn't here, so I have to have that conversation.
Can you take the conversation to later in the evening? You guys talk about.
I'm not gonna be there.
Man of prestige. Let me just.
I have a game to go. I have game. I'm not gonna be
guys. But man, we can't be doing this. We can't be doing this every day.
Sorry, it's only going to take 2 minutes.
Listen now.
Moderate. It's too rowdy. Moderate, Ovie.
Yes. Can we, man of prestige? Not today, please. Not today.
Can I talk? I need to talk to one man.
No, please. Listen. Do you want to contribute to the topic of discussion?
I needed to get
Ovie. Can I just wrap up my train of thought? Because I think one man responded to me. Let me just wrap up. Let me finish my train of thought. I said I'm completely done. Okay. So the reason why I brought this up was because I think Solly was making a point about other candidates are not doing anything. But that's why I thought this was relevant. So it's about the relevancy
so
of
what
it.
he's doing is great to you. To me, it is nothing.
It doesn't matter.
That is my opinion. And I was about to give my reasons before you started bombarding and campaigning and whining.
I'm not campaigning.
So this is the reason why you interjected. Okay, to you it's great, but to me it is not.
No. So, guys, can we? Let's leave emotion. Can I finish my train of thought, please? Let me.
Sorry, just let him land. So that
it's not an argument. Jesus.
I did not say that they are not doing that.
Well, it's not an argument. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, it's not an argument between you and I. I don't have a bone in this fight. I'm just telling you.
Guys, why do you guys like doing this, man?
Can I finish my train of thought? It's not an argument.
Can we just please intelligent people speak on issues? All this thing we are doing, man, is not helping us in any way. Can we just stick to issues, please?
So can I just finish my train of thought, please?
Hold on, everybody. Ovie, with your permission, let Eddie land that point. Let Solly have the right of rebuttal, but let it be conversational rather than voices cascading over each other. So land your point. Solly gets the right to reply. Let man of prestige get whatever he has off his chest. But whatever happens, let it not be rowdy, because it's getting a bit rowdy. So Eddie, land your point. Solely right to reply, and let's make it conversational.
Yeah, thank you, one man. I think that's great to keep a little bit civil there. Okay, look, the reason why I am making this inference is because I think like there's a lot of in political talks, what Atiku said and what Tinubu said, that I think for the average voters, right, is trying to understand exactly what's actually going on the ground. What are they doing? So the reason I brought that up is not to counter, to say, hey, campaign for Obi, this is what Obi is doing. I'm just saying, because somebody said, I think 2 days ago, that what the Obi group are doing, what they call the support groups, that they are springing up different support groups even in estates, in schools, in the community, whatever. So these are completely independent of the Labour Party. And these support groups are doing this sensitization type of things. There are thousands of them out there on the street, in everywhere, in the north, everything. My point I was trying to make, I only sent that video just to illustrate that, hey, if you are looking at Labour Party, putting up money, I think there was a discussion, right? I think a couple of days ago, and where we were talking about structure, right? You have to employ many people, right? Labour Party have to employ thousands of people to man poly unit of 176,000 or whatever. Okay, those discussion was going on. What you have to understand is that if you are looking at the traditional sense of the way campaign always run in Nigeria, and you are using that to compare the Obi strategy, you might be missing something. That's all. I'm not saying it's going to win. I'm just saying you might be missing something. Maybe what you need to do, look at how traditionally the campaign has always run through godfathers, through state, assembly members or all those council members or whatever, telling people who to vote for, or even in North, telling their people, hey, go vote for, whoever, go vote for the Northern or whatever, I think the dynamics now is that is somewhat changing, in the Obi side, because then you have all these people all around, the country doing grassroots campaigning for him, irrespective of what Labour Party does. That's number one. Number two, you also have to look at where Atiku made that statement. Go and watch the entire, I think it was an interactive session with the Arawa, I think forum or something. See who organized that. The question that they asked him, look at the question they asked him, why the Southerners are playing all this tribal stuff or whatever, the northern elites are putting the candidates' feet to the fire. The question that was asked Atiku, go back and look at what question preceded his answer. The question was, this is the Northerners. Look at them in the eye. Tell them, what are you going to do for them? He didn't say like he's going to provide them security. He didn't say he's going to give him welfare. He didn't say he's going to give him, make a price of, food cheaper for them. All he reduced the Northerner to basically was to say, yeah, all they want is somebody who is from the North, right? That has some, build bridges all over the South.
But sorry, just to interrupt you a little bit, Ed.
That's going to hurt him.
Sorry, hold on. Is that a criticism or is that fair enough? Because the ethnic politics is being played by the two other tribes.
No, but what I'm saying,
hold on, with Peter
yeah.
Obi inviting his clansmen to launch at the Yorubas, and Tinubu inviting that it is the Yorubas' turn. So why should Atiku not play to the ethnicity that the others are playing?
Okay, can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
Carry on.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so first of all, we've heard now from the horse's mouth, directly from Atiku's mouth, saying the northern people will only vote for, they need, their interest is to vote for somebody from the north. Essentially, that's what he said, right? We've heard what is his name? Tinubu also said now that hey, the is Yoruba Lokon. It's a Milokon, it's Yoruba Lokon, like you said, right? So he essentially said, hey, it's Yoruba turn, right? Basically, nobody's talking about the people. Have you heard Peter Obi, right, explicitly say it's an Igbo turn?
Yes.
Wait, just for a minute. Just let me finish. Yes, say explicitly, it is an Igbo storm. If you can find that clip that tells that where Peter Obi says it's an Igbo storm, or whether he says things like, hey, the Igbo will only vote for Igbo candidate, anything like that, then we can have that conversation.
Yes, let's have it now, because yes,
okay.
Is the answer.
Can you show it then? Prove it.
Yes, I can prove it.
Please do.
Yes is the answer.
Not interpretation, your interpretation. Explicit word saying it's Igbo's turn. That is, for me.
There is nothing that I am going to say.
No, it's fine. If it exists, then let's say it's tribal. No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. There's nothing I'm going to say that is not in public parlance. So nobody is taking my word for anything. So yes, Peter Obi did say it is the Igbo's turn.
You have the video of it?
No, yeah. Well, can you hold on?
Okay.
Because the narrative of Nigerian politics is, especially from the southeast, is that it is our turn. So that is what has brought Peter Obi to the fore. And if you are talking about Emilokon, the first Emilokon and the most reverberating Emilokon that ricochets right across the four corners of that country is from the southeast. It is the southeasterners over and above anything else, anyone else within the space that are telling us that it is Emilokon. It is the Igbo's turn, is what underpins the whole of the southeastern politics. So he is saying that because he is the poster boy for that. And he is also playing to ethnic politics with that his infamous WhatsApp thing that he read out to an audience of his clansmen, inviting them to launch at the Yorubas. So to Peter Obi very much at the epicenter of the ethnic politics that is going on in Nigeria.
So where's the evidence? I thought you were going to show me the video evidence of it, where Peter Obi himself was saying it's Igbo's turn, so elect me. Where's that evidence? Because we've heard because people can always hear what people say from their mouth, not conjecture or what other Igbo people say or why Igbo people may be attributed to him or whatever. What he himself, said. We are judging people by what they said themselves, right?
I'm
throwing that challenge to you. I'm throwing that challenge to you.
Can I intervene? Okay. I heard what everybody is talking about. When it comes to my turn, that I will speak more further what we are talking about today. I'm just going to give you 3 lines about this subject of sectionalism we are talking about. The main 3 candidates, that is way open. Forget about the tape or whatever. This is where it is. Tinubu to the southwest, Yoruba Leko, Emiloko. That's coming from Tinubu. Atiku to the northerners, do not vote for Yoruba or Igbo candidate. Peter Obi to the southwest, do not vote for me because I am an Igbo. Vote for me because I am the most competent. So which one makes sense? Just look at those 3 lines. It's very quoted. So Obi is the only one who hasn't played any sectional.
Are you joking?
I just read it to you.
Provide a video of Obi saying vote for me because I'm Igbo. Please provide that video evidence.
Do you want me to read it again?
Challenge I'm throwing down. I'm throwing the challenge down.
Do you want me to read it again? About what? 3 lines? Huh?
No. Remember, it's not relevant what you're saying right now. What I'm saying, I'm putting the challenge to Mr. One Man He has said, or he said that, yeah, Obi is making it like tribal or whatnot, it's fine. We've heard Tinubu said it himself from his mouth. We've heard, Atiku now say it from his mouth. Show me where Obi said it from his mouth. The evidence, not what you think, interpretation, like you try to do the link that I sent, you want to show it because if you show it, it would debunk, all the messages that you have been saying, like, for the last weeks, that, yeah, there's nothing happening in the north, not a single vote Obi we get from the north, blah, blah, blah. Please, guys.
Can I quickly say something?
Everything is not quiet. No response, because now you're caught in the act.
Because one way or the other, you make it
objectivity. It's about Obi because this plan is being about Obi. I heard Ovie saying, you said you guys want to like change the format of this program so that you can actually start bringing more content. You can go to the ground and see what's going on the ground. To do that, you have to be fair and objective. You cannot take side and only show things that favor, your side, and only the negative stuff that favors a different side. I'm trying to play balance, be fair, bring both. If something good about Obi, bring it to the fore to say we didn't read, because people have to learn and know what's actually going on so that they're not surprised. I'm not saying he's going to win, he may not win, but people have to actually know what is actually going on. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of interviews about their strategy. If you simply Google it, you'll find it. It's not here, but you come out here, one man tells you, hey, the story from that he wants to tell you, you run around, start discussing that, you forget about what is actually going on. All the information are there.
All right, Mr. Ed, listen to this clip. Listen to this.
I read very well, and everybody will hear him. Yes. This is a WhatsApp sent by Tinubu's group. No, read it out. I want you to read it out. Everybody can.
Power glad label.
No.
Okay.
Just read out what he said.
Yoruba, shine your eyes on. If you vote for P2B, is automatically voting for Seaport in South and Southeast. The Igbos will stop coming to Lagos State to invest. Rather, they will go to Delta and River State. They may even stop building houses in Lagos. It will affect a lot of Yorubas. Yoruba Renu.
This is your contact. He don't see the value of let's have something better.
Okay, so there it is, Mr.
Did
that's not red meat to the carnivore.
No, but the question that I ask you, one man, now you're playing a little bit fast and loose. Did Obi say, vote for me because I'm Igbo to the Southeasterners? Did they say that? Is that what you heard there?
All right. Let's just move on from there because we're not getting anywhere. But that was ugly what Peter Obi did there. Reading cooked up fake WhatsApp message, attributing it to the Yoruba space, and reading it to an Igbo audience. So that is essentially feeding red meat to the carnivores. But let's leave that because I don't think we'll ever really progress. But Ovie, back to you.
It's I don't know. it's just so crazy, man. Soli, are you still there?
I don't have anything to say to this side.
No, not before. Forget about the random about Obi. Everything is not about Obi. Now that these two main parties are driving, their goal is to drive this campaign to two opposite sides. Pretty much we're making not against the South, start against the North. Because that's the only way these two men stand a chance. Do you think, just like as I asked before, they are choosing that route? Are you blaming them for choosing that route, or the people, the masses themselves who are following them? Because at the end of the day, now we go vote, Abi. So that was why I was asking you that if you are in their position, what would be your message? Is it going to be different?
In whose position? The politicians
follow
position.
Follow the same narrative. Yes,
that's what I was trying to. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain before I was rudely interjected and bombarded.
So
You know, if somebody doesn't even know what they are doing is bad, that's even worse. So anyway, how Tinubu and Benga Daniels won their election repeated times was because, like, let me use one man's phrase. They gave red meat, you know, to people that were hungry. Tinubu promised all these things like railway. How do you speak to people in a manner they understand? Visual. He didn't really campaign much. He just made visual representations of Lagos as a better city. There were videos playing of this high-speed railway, this intercity. You know, he recreated Lagos in a visual aspect. Everybody could see their own area being beneficial, you know, in video, in real time, even though it was 3D. This guy used it and it overwhelmingly won the votes of Lagos. He didn't do it. And he came back with the same strategy again and won without even talking too much. He showed them their future. How do you communicate with people? Because he had to communicate with different tribes in one state. How do you communicate with them in one language? Visual. If I was going for presidential election, I won't try to go to the north and be trying to relate with them. I will know, like clients, what does this client need in their area? And I'll promise it to them. That's why I'm saying Atiku doesn't even know what his people want. That's why he has nothing to even offer his own people. Because he doesn't even care about his own people. For you to not even know what your people want, you don't even care about your own people. You know? So he has nothing to promise them. That's why I say these people are doing nothing. You can't keep on trying to make other tribes accept things just because you are accepting them. That's why, okay, this Peter Obi's narrative, but you are trying to make them accept it because you as a tribe like those kind of things. It doesn't mean Northerners like it. And you can't force them to like what you like, even though what you like is good and what they like is bad. You are not going to force them to like what you like. That means you don't respect them. You don't respect other tribes. You have to be able to understand them and give them what they want. If you are selling chicken and somebody comes to your restaurant every day saying they want meat, are you going to keep sending them away, or you are going to buy meat and sell it to them? That way everybody gains. Look at their area. Give them visually what they want. You don't even need to talk too much. They will see it in their dreams. They will see it in their lives. They will see it in their tomorrow. Finish. Chicken. That's just it. I studied architecture. I designed this Agege area for transit with bus system. That would have sold because I didn't need to talk too much. All you need to know is the area. I know that Agege area and I was able to build it very well in a way that it will work. If I want to go to Kano, I'll look for what people are looking for in Kano, not what they already have, what they don't have. Look at their plan. These politicians are so lazy. They are so lazy. Look at the plan of the area.
Sorry, you are saying the same thing now. Just because you are from Agege doesn't mean they should give you the contract. Because that's exactly what Atiku is saying. I am from the north. I understand other side too. So
no, but I didn't say because no, I don't even know where you got that from. I didn't say because I'm from Agege.
Oh, you say you know Agege very well. You are from there. You design it.
I was saying I know Agege very well. This is what I meant. I know Agege very well, so it was easy for me to design it outside Nigeria. Do you understand? Because I know that area. It's easy for me to understand it and design it because I didn't design it while I was in Nigeria. I designed it in university. So, you can't tell me to design somewhere in Kano because I've never been to Kano. That's just what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying, because I'm from that area, they must give it to me. Even if they don't give it to me, I won't care as long as it's helping my community, my area. I just want to see my area get better. Simple as that. And a lot of Nigerians just want to see their area get better. That's why I say these politicians are really, really lazy. Like they are not even trying. They are not trying. They are trying to force the people to like them.
Are they lazy or people are easy to persuade like that?
Well, yeah, people are easy to persuade, so it's very, look, okay, if you are competing for someone who is first, who is the best, are you going to try harder than that person, or you are going to try less than the person? Which one is going to make you first? You try harder than the person that is already leading. Are they trying better than APC?
The trying harder is to get
who
more
is trying
people.
better than APC?
The trying harder is to get more people behind you. And if to say, hey, I am from here, vote for me, is to make you get more people behind you, why would you do it?
Yes, then you are not trying. That means you are not trying. You are
No,
going
the people are falling for that kind of cheap rhetoric.
Yes. But who is leading? Who is ruling? By the time the real power comes, if they use your same strategy that you use, who will it work better on? Exactly. Who has power? Who has the power now? If they use the same strategy you are using, who will it be most effective with? Exactly. When APC wanted to come into power, they tried better than PDP. That is why they got there. Plain and simple. You don't use old strategies to try and beat the person that is leading.
But if it's working, why would you do it? I mean, you can't.
Is it working? Ovie, do you believe it is working? Do you believe it is working, or they are just clapping till the real power comes there? You know the laws of power. You know how people behave in the presence of real power, not incoming power. We're talking about human beings here. That's why
but the human being, everybody is chanting.
What makes a Nigerian see his oppressor and starts laughing and smiling with him? Is it not the presence of power, real power?
Yeah, but no, now we're talking about how do you get that power. We are in the process of getting that power now. And these people are focused on the point that the only way to get this power is to divide these people into two. And
yes,
who is better at doing that? The context is now who is better at dividing us, not who has the best idea.
But what I'm saying from my perspective, it is a lazy man's strategy. Lagos, it's not working. How is it working? They haven't gotten the power yet. Now you say it's worked.
Just hold on. Let me put the question well. The major forefront runner are using that same strategy.
Yes, but you are not listening to what I said. If you listen to what I said, you won't be coming with this rhetoric. I said Tinubu has not even started campaign. All these other guys are showing muscle and flexing. I'm telling you, Tinubu has not started. He has not. He has not.
So?
And I told you why Benga Daniels and Tinubu came back, even after disappointing. APC is disappointed. But these people are going to come back, and it's going to shock you that these people who disappointed so much were able to come back. And I've said this, I just said this a few minutes ago. Why did Benga Daniels and Tinubu come back, even though they didn't fulfill what they promised? And they used the same strategy that what they promised before, they promised it again. How were they able to grab the people? They were able to grab the people by visually grabbing them because they were.
Let's stay on that.
Tinubu was speaking to a multi-ethnic state.
Wait,
so you're not going to divide the state into three. That's not
hold on. Still on that Tinubu side, you said Tinubu has not started campaign.
Yes.
But in Kaduna, that same yesterday, in Kaduna, just like one man rightly pointed out earlier on, where he was, I don't know if you have seen the video of how he was trying to persuade El-Rufai to work with him. Basically, that's exactly what he's trying to do there. When he said El-Rufai should not leave the country after his tenure, he should not leave, that his service is needed, he's smart, he's done well so far, that they needed his service. And based on that, people are faulting how he phrased it because he used this analogy of from rotten to bad. That's the El-Rufai performance so far. But you say he has not started. You say he has not started. He has not started campaigning, but he's making a mistake.
That's not the beginning now. Haven't you guys gone to election before? Sometimes you guys talk like you've never been to an election before, and it makes me wonder because I've been to 3 serious elections.
Sorry. I think
That is not
Atiku
the beginning of campaign. The real campaign starts with money. When money starts being distributed.
Solely. Okay.
So let me just speak on that issue because they said Tinubu gaffed. Yes, I do agree gaffed. But one question
Tinubu need this. Just hold on. Tinubu need coffee as much as I need coffee in this studio to keep going.
Hello.
So please use the donation options that is available.
Hello. Ovie, can you repeat what you said? I didn't hear what you said. My internet cut off a bit.
No. I say Atiku need coffee. Yeah, as in Tinubu need coffee to keep going strongly. Just as much as we in this platform need coffee to make sure the program keep going strong. So please use the available option out there to donate and contribute to the platform so we can keep coming every day strong. And just hold on, Solid. I think Mr. Alexandra is have something to say to us this morning. Good morning, Mr. Alexander. Yo, I think you are muted. Yes, you're good now.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ovie. Good morning, Sony. Good morning, Man of Prestige, and everybody on the platform. Soli's being factual this morning. He's in his element. So when he is in his element, he gets things accurately right. There's a very popular expression where I come from. It says Agidioro or Ogunoro. It's not a matter of gragra. Gragra is not going to win this thing. It's gotta be. You gotta be demonstrative. You gotta articulate your plans. You gotta be very thorough in what you're doing. People have to subscribe to what you're talking about. That's just it at the end of the day. Unfortunately, this electoral cycle is getting extremely tribal, and it's unfortunate because at the end of the day, as a nation, it's not going to get us anywhere. As it stands right now, I would say that Tinubu, from my personal perspective, and in my opinion, is at least 20-25% ahead of everybody in the race because he's picking at the right time. He's saying the right things. Everything is falling into place. Like one man said, that for the mere fact that he even won the primaries, which no one gave him the chance to, it looks like everything is just going in his favor. So people are playing catch up. I know for a fact that Atiku is playing catch up. He's struggling right now as it stands to win over voters, especially the non-northerners. And if Atiku Ajalikoko, who is the political master, because I'm an economist and I'm a medical person, I don't know about the shenanigans of politics in as much as my brother's become a high-profile politician right now. I am not a politician, but as an educated person, the numbers just look right. And Ajalikoko says all the time, if Atiku does not win the South-South, starting from Edo State all the way to Cross River State and Bayelsa, which is a very strong PDP hold, he stands no chance. As it is right now, I've said it a long time ago, and I'll say it again. Let me repeat it again. Whatever momentum Atiku, whatever momentum. Let me use the other way. Whatever momentum Atiku is losing is because of Peter Obi. Conversely, whatever momentum Obi is gaining is at the detriment of Atiku. Has nothing directly or indirectly to do with Tinubu. So Tinubu is just sailing as it stands right now, and he knows it. He's a political master. He knows that I got this. This is for me to lose. So if he's doing the right thing and he hasn't done anything wrong right now, like you said, Ovie, I watched his interview this morning when I was having breakfast. The man is looking healthy. He's articulating his plans for Nigeria. Whether he's going to do it or not is neither here nor there. but he's articulating it as it stands right now, and he's looking very good. Looking presidential, he's looking fit. All this, he's sick and all that. Let's bury that. The man is looking good. Is looking very well the way he is right now. So that's my position. So gara is not going to win this. Being forceful is not going to win this. You got to plan and replan, articulate, and have master strategists behind you to take you to the winning point, the winning line. And that's where Tinubu is right now. That's what I have to say. And the platform is beginning to show a lot of tribal sentiments, especially coming from the Southeast. We are just permutating. We are just giving our opinions. No one is. Let me finish. Let me finish. No one is Methuselah. I am not going to claim to play. I'm not going to play God over here. So all I'm doing as a Nigerian is giving my opinion, my educated opinion as to what's going to happen. I might be wrong, I might be right, but trust me, when it comes to matters like this, I'm never wrong. But it's still an opinion at the end of the day. So go ahead, man of prestige. Say what you want to say.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning over there. Oh, good afternoon over there in the West. I mean the South. I'm sorry. Yeah, nice to see you. I mean, you have your own opinion about who's going to win. You know, I respect that. So whatever you said, you know, I take it for what you said. You know, but that's not my opinion. But the only issue I have is the reason why I intervene in this when you said this presidential election is looking more tribalistic, and most of them is coming from the Southeast. Why would you make such?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you said.
I never. Don't put words in my mouth, oh boy.
You say it's coming from the Southeast.
I said this platform. This platform. I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said the platform. Why would you say that?
The guy that came on this morning, Mr. Ed, was extremely bombastic in his assertion. You have become like what's his name? Tony. And Tony is someone that people think he plays around with words a lot, and he does. He knows he plays to the gallery sometimes. But you have become a very, very pro obedient in a very, very strong forceful way. When you started, you weren't like this. But right now you've become very argumentative because you think you know this is your position and you have to say it the way it is, and nobody can push you around, and you have the right to do that. We are very educated people. Nigeria is an educated country. The man that runs the economy of the United States is a Yoruba man, is a Nigerian. So we are very educated people, and we could say things without necessarily coming across tribal or overtly sentimental. Now go ahead and say what you want to say.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad you made that point. But anyway, I mean, I have no issue with anybody. You know, in nature, I'm not tribalistic. Let me finish. I'm not tribalistic in nature, but I may be sentimental to my own expression. Everybody is, so there's nothing hiding about it. But when you say this platform is becoming very tribalistic, mostly from the Southeast, that is an incorrect statement. Because here, that was one of the things I was going to discuss with one man. I don't know if he's listening. Hopefully he's listening.
No, he's listening. He's listening. He's listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me finish with you, then I'll go with one man before my turn comes. You can't say that because we have equally, if not more, Southwesterners. I don't like to use the word tribal in that sense. We have equal number of people, maybe more. I can say the number of people that appear on this platform. I don't have the right number. Maybe one man does. It's probably more Yoruba to a certain extent, then followed by Igbo with other ethnicity. So you can't really say that the people that's here are more tribalistic Igbo. No, everybody has the opinion. You know, I don't second anything about being tribalistic. Like you said, I started slowly, but that's just my nature. But when I I said I favor Obi. That has been the way I was leaning. But when I completely become obedient, then I got emboldened to speak because I've learned so much about Obi. So I have my own opinion. So I got emboldened to speak about Obi. And throughout this section I've been speaking about it, I've never been tribalistic. If anybody can bring a quote where I said Yoruba this, Yoruba this, Yoruba this,
man of prestige, man of prestige.
I'm bold. I'm not.
I really. Let me say something right here. Ovie, you call him Ovie because his name is Ovie. You call me Alexander Gomez because my name is Alexander Ade Gomez. I think people need to put their money where their mouth is. I think people need to start using their real name on platforms like this. So we need to get to know each other better, because when people change their titles from A to B to C, it makes me very uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, man of prestige, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm speaking in general terms. It's not a personal attack on anybody. I'm just
but that's not fair. That's not fair to the Igbo expression for you to say most people from here are more the Igbos are more tribalistic. No, you can't say that.
Why are you twisting? Why are you twisting my words?
You said this
why
platform.
Are you twisting my words though?
Okay, repeat what you said. Can you repeat what you said about this platform?
I said the platform is becoming more tribalistic, especially from the Igbo side of things.
Exactly. That means
but I didn't tell you that Igbo people have been tribalistic. That's not what that expression means.
It means the same that this platform. That's what we're talking about.
All right, settle down, man of prestige. Just take the direction. Hold on. What Alexander is elegantly trying to get across to you is that the moderation of your language is getting increasingly ethnic, and yes, that's what he's saying, and he's saying that he can trace it to the evolution of your name when you came in as IPOB Biafra.
Oh, that's just to rattle everybody. So let's be straight on that.
But you know, and Alexander, hold on, listen. Alexander is right, because the ethnic undertone is getting too excessive on the platform. The people in the comment section are saying it. Alexander is highlighting it, and it is something that is visible to see. And Alexander is also right to identify that there are some concerns that that particular thing is heightened by somebody of your tonality, because anytime it is usually when you're trying to appraise a situation from the East, just as honestly as you can, rather than challenge your opinion, which we find in a lot of instances on this platform, rather than challenge your opinion, there's the undertone that you are immediately ethnically biased, because you are somewhat critical of something from the East, and then before you know it, we have launched into 1 hour of ethnic back and forth. So this is what Alexander has identified and is highlighting. It's highlighting to you in It's highlighting it to you in conversation. But what he's really doing is to highlight it to the platform. That look, that space is getting a bit too. We are going far too down that road, and we need to pull back from it. So just take the direction and let's move the conversation back to the.
Hold on.
Can I also state?
Hold on. Let me finish, everybody.
Can I also state?
Let me finish. Sorry, calm down. Let me land. Because we're on that space right now. One man is here, Alexander's here. And that was the first thing I was going to address before we proceed about what transpired yesterday. And I commend Ajali Koka, no, not Ajali Koka, Kulata, for what he said. He said this platform is getting too tribalistic. We need to come, we are better than that. We need to come together. And this has to, the person in charge of this platform has to set the tone. And that is one man. And one man has not set that example. And let me give you the example of what happened yesterday.
No, don't worry about it.
Hold on. Me and one man was talking about something.
Hold on. Don't tell me to hold on. I will tell you to hold on. I don't want to hear it. I've muted you. Alexander has set a direction, and that is the direction that we're going to follow. So I'm not going to let you label anything. You're welcome to be here. But what we're saying is we're moving away from that ethnic tonality, but still retaining the right to be critical of anybody in the manner that we choose. So back to your VA. But clear out the ethnic nonsense and get back to the topic.
Yes. Can I ask Mr. Gomez?
No. Say. Because I was this thing.
I'm just here for a few minutes. I'm here for a few minutes, so.
Yeah, you want to use that few minutes. You want to use that few minutes to complain.
Ovie, with due respect, let Papa T ask a question because I have to run off now. Let him ask the question he wants to ask, and then we'll move on. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it has nothing to do with what they were being, but because you mentioned, I was just listening to what you were saying earlier. That if you remember vividly on this platform a few months ago, we thought that religion was going to be the major issue after Tinubu picked the Muslim ticket thing came up. But like you rightly said, we are moving towards the ethnic divide is what is kind of becoming the main issue now. And I've talked about there's a possibility of a runoff if we keep going this down the road. So if in a situation where everybody holds the bottom of their own tribe, who do you see emerging in the second round if there was a runoff?
No, I don't think there's going to be a runoff. I think the clear winner would emerge like my brother Thomas said the other day. It's going to be a one-time election, and the winner is going to be a clear, because there's too much back and forth between Wike and Obi's emergence in the race as a big player has really diminished Atiku's popularity. In my opinion, he's taken away a lot of votes from Atiku. That makes it a very strong case for Tinubu from my personal perspective, and being as educated as I can be for a clear path. If it was a one-on-one without Obi in the equation, I do not think Tinubu would defeat Atiku. I don't think Tinubu can defeat Atiku one-on-one. But with the introduction of Obi in this equation and being a big player in it, I hasten to add, though, that he won't win the election, and you can take that to the bank. He's going to shake up the landscape, but he doesn't have what it takes number-wise to win the election. It's more in favor of Tinubu than it is for Atiku, only because Obi has become a major player in this political season. That's the way I see that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right, Mr. Ovie, let me let you carry on with your show. Okay.
All right, man. Thank you, Mr. Alexander. Mr. Alexander also make an observation there about Tinubu, how healthy and fit he's been looking at his last appearance. One cannot overrule that, despite all the noise that prevailed this, London trip. The guy's looking healthy and is very articulate, and it's in for the end.
Since we're all airing our grievances, can I
see on that one? Just hold on on that one. See, well, first of all, let me appreciate the Minister who has donated to the platform a few seconds ago. He's using that donation to sponsor maybe one day of the week. I will dedicate 1 hour of the week. Me, everybody just want to talk, promote their tribe, their whatever they want to promote, and get it over with. Does it make sense when we are here to actually educate people and inform people and entertain people? We spend half of the time just to talk about what happened, not the points that we actually make earlier on that supports what is happening in terms of the global discussion. No, how that tribe did it, how that. I mean, it's tiring, man. And now that's not one man will just go over everybody. Trust me, man, it's exhausting. Let's have a meaningful discussion. A lot of people are actually depending on not just only us, but platform like this, especially people in diaspora, to know actually what is going on in terms of real issues, how the campaign is going on, not necessarily how much we promote our ethnicity. Nobody,
you are not. I wanted that interjection to stop since 40 minutes has passed since that interjection happened. Anytime somebody
it's exhausted.
No, wait. Let me just say my own. Anytime those kind of interjections are coming and they always waste time, I always try to stop it because I'm so used to it. It has happened so many times. And me, I'm from Lagos. I'm detribalized, but I get bullied a lot when I'm seeing what some other tribe is doing all the time, and I try to complain about it. I did not mention. I was not talking about Peter Obi. No. Let me say what I want to say. I was not talking about Peter Obi. I was talking about Atiku, who is a northerner. And when I was saying other candidates were not trying, whose topic was I on? A northerner. So many times this has happened on this platform. A northerner did not come on this platform, interject me for 40 minutes, ranting and shouting about what nobody said. They do it all the time when I talk, always interjecting. And where does it come from all the time? It is infuriating. It is annoying. So annoying. Because if it was in real life, I would not interact with all this kind of nonsense. I'm being honest. And it's always happening. Nobody is always talking. Majority of the time, I'm not even talking about the Southeast. But I get attacked a lot because they don't sit down to listen. It's annoying. It keeps happening. Nobody was even talking about Peter Obi.
Let's move on. That's enough. Let's move on.
Always happening. Always happening. I never, let me tell you how detribalized I am. I never knew I was a Yoruba person till I left
You just
Nigeria.
complain that they spend 40 minutes interrupting you. You want to spend the next 10 minutes complaining about it. It doesn't make sense, my brother. Let's move on.
Well done, Ovie.
If it has not happened multiple times, I will not be ranting like this. And it doesn't stop. If they are not going, if you are not going to stop it, I will keep on ranting. Because I had to sit down here for 40 minutes, sitting down looking like you, annoyed.
Now you are using 10 minutes to complain about 40 minutes. Where are we going with it? We get your point. We all agree that yes, it's getting tired. Everybody agreed. The average Southeast man to have a reason to do what he's doing. Everybody actually have a reason to justify why he or she's acting the way he's acting. But that's not the point. If we keep justifying how we're acting, we are not going to go anywhere. I would dedicate one day for us to just come and sit here and just tear each other apart. I'll take that upon myself and after I'll buy coffee. So what I'm trying to say here, slowly,
all I wanted to do was just make my opinion and go.
That's what everybody is here for obvious reasons. That's why we're here for from one reason or the other, you go left. But anyway, donate and support the channel. Not for this kind of reason, but for the reason we're about to get into. Mr. President,
anyway,
what do you think of?
I was still talking
on the
topic
of but that's exactly what I was trying to say. That you used 10 minutes to complain about what was done to you.
Okay, don't worry.
Come on now, Mr. President, let's go.
Okay, thank you, Ovie. Has Solly finished talking?
Sorry, make it rest. Need to rest. We'll come back to him. We see him time.
Is it done?
Talk now. You talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you, Ovie. Let me just go to the subject. So I'll just go straight. Whatever we spoke about before, let's just leave it there so I can handle any situation. Yeah. So we are talking about Atiku, right?
Yes. Let's say we are talking about the Atiku's strategy of campaigning, which is the aim is to actually divide the country. That's some people will say that's the only way he stand a chance. And I think not just to be fair to him, it's not only him that is taking that route. Pretty much all the major candidates have one way or the other because of this campaign, into on that strategy. And I think he's picking momentum at this point. Just like Enigmatic, Progressive said when he was actually questioning Mr. Alexander.
Okay.
Who's going to come out on top?
Yeah, I heard about what each candidate said. I'm not going to go who say what and who say what because that's not relevant. So I'm going to go on the present space we're talking about right now. I'm just reading about what Atiku said to the Northerners that they don't need Yoruba or Igbo to win. You know what I'm thinking about? I mean, there's no doubt this is going to be. I don't know how far religious is going to go, but it's going to be more ethnic based than than religious. Definitely. I think that's what it's going to boil down to. But who's going to win? My summary of whether it's going to. I think it's going to go to run up, like Baba T said. If you become more ethnic, that's my own opinion. I think it's going to go to run up, but everybody has the opinion that if you go to ethnic base, someone is going to win it outright. I don't see that, but I see where Atiku is going right now. I think Atiku has realized that because of what's going on with the PGP, and that he may not win anywhere. Definitely not going to win South. Definitely. I mean, I think he's not going to get any 25% in the South. That's my own opinion. But you never know. I know. I can't be right all the time. So in the Southwest, the South, I know he's not going to get anywhere in the South. In the Southwest, definitely not in Lagos or whatever. No. I know the previous election from what I read, PDP had about 45% and APC 55%. So it was kind of close a little bit, but APC won in Lagos. So I don't see him winning anywhere in the Southwest. He's not going to win in the Southeast. South, it's not looking good for him. It's not looking good for him with what's going on right now. So in my own opinion, Obi is going to win most of the South side. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to come in and say Obi definitely going to win out the whole South side. No, but I think Obi is favored to win most of the South side. I don't know 2 or 3 or 4. What it most. But anyway, going back to Atiku, I see what he's playing right now. Try to play ethnicity-based politics, because he probably has realized that there's no reconciliation between him and Wike, and he's not going to get much from the South side. So he's trying to placate to his base, thinking that he's going to win the whole 19 or 16, out of the 19 states in the North. So that's what he's playing right now. If you look at it right now, the map, if he really play that ethnic base, if you look at it the way he's coming, if he really play that ethnic base and win about 16 or whatever, I don't know about 19, if he can win anywhere in the North Central. I mean, he will not win a lot in the North Central, but I know he's going to win where he's from. So that's going to favor him to have more vote than the other two. It become ethnic politics. I don't know how far APC can penetrate. I mean, they're the ruling party or whatever. But if you become complete ethnic, let's not
look at it. Look at it from this angle, right?
Okay.
Atiku is on the other side pushing that narrative on North and South. But within the Southern space, there's Wike, who is also on a mission, because he's strongly pushing that narrative that enough is enough for the Northern domination. It is Southern. There's no way they can hold the presidential tickets, the chairmanship tickets and all that. When it's time to make decision, these are the two people that have the authority to say the most. So who do you think? I mean, he's speaking in Cross River and Calabar now. Who knows where he's going to go next? Maybe he's going to be in Edo State. Maybe he's going to be in Enugu. Maybe he's going to go to Enugu. So if he's going state by state, I'm preaching like this. Obviously, that's against Enugu. But who that's against the Atiku? Sorry. So who is going to gain this Atiku ante between Obi and what's his name? Tinubu? Who's within course?
Wait a minute. Maybe I wasn't listening properly. I'm sorry, my brother, for not being attentive to. I was watching the game. Can you repeat, please, everything you said? I'm sorry. I was watching the game because Barcelona and they are playing Clasico. So I'm sorry. I will pay attention to you. I'm doing 2 things at a time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. There's
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I got you, man. It's okay. I understand. Now, Tinubu, a couple of weeks or days ago, there's also much pride by his health, right? That is sick, blah blah blah. But the man is back, as the city boy is. Was speaking in Kaduna a couple of, I think it was yesterday. Was looking very healthy, articulated, and so now the attention has shifted all of a sudden that, he's making blunder from his health. They shifted attention to what he's saying, because he was making reference to Erufai, that he has turned a rotten situation to a bad situation. To him, that is progress. So people are hang on to that instead. They have lived with, Baba the Sheikh, Baba no Fito, Baba no well. To things that doesn't mean anything as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Just move on from this guy. You don't have his attention. So
Moses, are you there? Moses Padipe.
Hold on. Before let's remove him from the screen, actually, because we clearly don't have him. Before you move on, let me just acknowledge Jafar, who is by far now on top of the leaderboard in terms of people contributing to the platform. So here is Jafar. Let me just highlight. Hold on. So that's Jafar on the coffee thing. And you look, he's the only one that has come in so far. But if you look at over the last 2 days or so, you will see that Jafar, so this is Jafar coming in here, and this is Jafar again, and this is Jafar coming in for the third time over the last couple of days. So Jafar over and above at the top of the leaderboard in the buy a coffee thing by a clear distance, followed by Ayo and then Kulata. So that's it so far. So thank you, Jafar. Back to you, Ovie.
You see, I mean, shame on us, shame on all these professors educated in the Southern. Why would they allow Alamanjiri, Japan, Alamanjiri from Kanu to put us to shame like this? This is the reason why they are the upper side when it comes to politics. Followed by my Yoruba brothers, kudos to Ayo and Rational Mind, who are following, who are giving him the competition. Well, Jafar, kudos. But back to reality now. Miss Moses Padepe is not there. Progressive. See, progressive was there before Charles.
The progressive is here.
Oh yeah, I came before progressive now.
Who come before? Who they talk?
Charles.
Don't worry, Ovie is tribalistic, that's why. Don't worry.
Ovie want marginalize me now.
Yes, me.
Ovie want marginalize me now.
It was I'm tribalistic as what is supposed to be now because I'm a Maribo man. You know.
you know, be Kwakwaso again.
That's because I'm not tribalistic. I'm a Maribo man supporting Konkoso. That's
Ovie, they cover Kwankwaso. We know they see Kwankwaso. You know what move vote for her?
Even though I say I want to vote for her.
Yes, nah.
Kwakwaso no get the one way in there.
Konkoso is busy cater for the people who will vote for her. Even the people that they say I'm what's the point?
Kwakwaso will lose election to Shekarau for Kano. They can't say one run for president for small party.
No, you don't lose. You don't lose the election to Congo. You lose the election to the opposition party. For obvious reason. The whole, even the presidency no get 20% of Kano that year. No get 15%. PDP did not get 15% of Kano State that year. Why? Because they arrested Mohammed Abacha.
Mohammed Abacha.
No, they not the whole. I mean, the people verse now. Say if you now, but then they in power. If you remember, Passenger was in power then. PDP by extension. Say well, if an administration will all our song, what's the point of giving you my voice? So that was what happened.
No, Kwankwaso is strong in Kano. He's strong in Kano. He won't.
Yes. Okay, were you talking about the Atiku matter?
I mean, I don't understand.
No,
he's talking about. No, yes, I call you. So, Charles.
Yeah, should I go on?
Oh, it precedes August. Yes.
Okay.
Progressive is here. But
I'm still here. I just wondering if you want to go with Charles first or not.
Okay. Let me go with Charles first.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Because we come from the same place now, that's why they marginalize them.
I don't even know where progressive come from, sir. You see?
Okay, thank you. My first time on the show. So
this is your first time on the show?
Yes. But I've been watching from background. Yeah.
No, are you serious? This is your first time? I think we have one chance. That always come on screen with us. I think I am. Sorry.
No. This my...
Oh, that's good. Welcome. Yeah. Where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm joining from Austria.
Austria.
Yeah.
Are they everywhere? So
yes. Okay, you suppose get bell. If somebody saying that their first time for the show, you go ring bell.
You ring bell for.
You go ring bell.
No man knowing the support first.
Kwankwaso. Okay. I think
now it's battle of Buhari's 12 million votes, right? That is what
Yes,
is playing
actually,
that is
yes,
the battle
actually,
now, right?
APC and PDP are focusing on that angle now. Yes.
That Buhari's 12 million votes, right? So
Yes.
what do you expect from Atiku? He has to use what he got. So he just give his people red meat so that they will follow up that look, I'm your own. Some people will defend this thing and say, no, it's not right. No, he knows what he's doing. The guy knows in the South he's losing ground. So he has to throw red meat to his base. So he's telling them, look, I'm your own. And you need me. You don't need somebody from slump in Lagos to come and be your president when I'm your own, or somebody from Anambra. So I'm your own. So that is what is going to continue like this. His foot soldiers like the other somebody Shehu, he will still play this. It will continue like this. So when people said that Tinubu is still the favorite, I don't believe that. I believe that Atiku is still the favorite to win the election, depending on how many. I don't believe Tinubu gets that Buhari's 12 million votes more than Atiku. I don't think so.
What do you put Kwankwaso?
Yeah, even Kwankwaso will take much of that vote too. So when people like our senior brother Gomez, when he said that Tinubu is still favorite, I don't believe that. I believe for me.
If you let's go by what you are saying, that the waiting it does you go favor, that means is scattering to his base, he go get enough vote from North, and you agree that Kwankwaso will take much of that vote. But again, he has the opposite effect in the South.
Yeah. In the South,
if it's not going to get vote from the South, not going to get much vote from the North. Let me say you don't roll around with that.
No, he will get something from South. He will still get something. I believe so.
Did you see what Wike is doing?
Yeah, I know.
Wike to pastor on a crusade in there now is there.
He just take over Cross River. I know, but so like states like that, I know no matter what, Atiku will get something from there, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's fair enough based on
like that. Bayelsa, I don't know. Wike is not strong there. I believe he still gets something in Bayelsa, right? So even
because last time APC they rule, APC be the governor, and it's very low.
No, Bayelsa is PDP.
Bayelsa is PDP.
Yeah, it's PDP.
You sure?
Okay. Yeah, it's PDP. APC won, but they have problem. Then
it's PDP. No, you remember the Supreme Court gave it to
the Supreme Court case. They gave it to PDP.
After they rely on the election, the Supreme Court gave it to PDP.
So Atiku will get something there, and that 12 million Buhari's vote, he may get 8 million there. You don't know how the thing will play out, But I don't believe that Tinubu will get more votes in Northwest and Northeast more than Atiku. I don't. Everybody is like saying that Atiku will win Ekiti. Tinubu went to Ekiti today. He told them that give me 95%, leave Obi and Atiku. He said it today. He said, give me 95%. He said, leave.
My brother, this is sorry. I just want to quickly cut you short. I think Alexandra Gomez is, for me, is spot on, 100% correct in his analysis. Because if you need to understand one thing, Atiku, it's not like your Kwankwaso, your Buhari, or your Shekarawi. It's not those. They don't see him like that in the north. You understand? So you're looking at. Of course, your Ovie will tell you because Ovie knows more. Like if he was a Kwankwaso in PDP, then you will be say, okay, the north is gone. If he was a Shekarau in PDP, you say, okay, the north is gone. But Atiku is not that kind of a hardcore northerner like the Buhari and the Kwankwaso and the Shekarau is. So I feel like the only way Tinubu will lose in the north is if those northern governors actually work against him. If they don't work against him, I don't see how Atiku defeat Tinubu, even in the north. I'm telling you now.
Okay, but in my opinion, I think that no matter what, you will still take your own. They will still do like it's our own, So, but I don't know. But for me, I think Atiku is still the favorite for now. So he
No,
will
but
get
how you
that.
will say Atiku? How you wait? Hold on. How will you say Atiku is the favorite when you clearly said he cannot get the majority of the North? Southeast is out of his reach because of Obi. Southwest
Yeah.
is out of the reach because of Tinubu, and the South vote he will share out with others based on what what's his name Kunde is doing.
Obi will get more in south for
So
me.
where you can't get the number to become a front runner?
Atiku for
Yes,
northwest and northeast.
but you say Kunkoso will get vote passer from
Yeah,
there.
Kwankwaso like what 2 or 3 million vote now. Kwankwaso will get like 2 or 3 then. If Kwankwaso
Guy,
is like 2 or 3 million votes, it's okay there. So the thing is that
Where's he gonna get
look,
where's he gonna get 2 or 3 million votes from?
Kano, they have 7 million registered voters in Kano. This man, Baba Gladima said they are starting with 7 million votes.
Yeah, no, they can say, look, in the election, everybody can say whatever they want to say. If that's the case, Tinubu can tell you that he will start in Lagos with 11 million votes. But we all know it doesn't. We all know it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, but maybe he will get like 1 million. He will get votes in Kano.
Charles, we're trying to understand your own calculation for Atiku. You clearly agree that he's not going to get a majority of the North. Abi? That means he's not going to win the North. That means
he will win the North. For me, he will win overall vote. He will get more votes in the North, East, and Northwest.
What about North Central?
North Central, he will still get vote. But for me, I think all these Christian states in North Central, they will not vote him much. Like Plateau, Nasarawa, Benue, Obi. For me, I think Obi will do well more than them in those areas.
Yeah, but then how which kind of number you can put Obi for Atiku as a front runner? If you give Obi chance pretty much for 2 regions, I mean 3 regions, you give Obi chance for 3 regions, which is the South, Southeast, South, and North Central.
Look, you
just hold on. You give Tinubu chance for the whole Northwest, right? So where is the number coming from Atiku to be the front runner?
Atiku will get, if PDP is a big party, don't forget, in Southwest they will still get small votes, and even in the East they will still pick small things there. So when you add it, for me, I believe that the election will go to second round, but Atiku may be ahead on the first ballot.
Okay.
Because of the numbers because that Buhari, I don't believe that Buhari's 12 million vote, that is not a PC vote. That is one mistake I think people are making. That is not a PC vote. That is Buhari's vote. So nobody knows where that vote will go to. Even from CPC, Buhari was getting those votes. So I don't believe that vote will automatically go to Tinubu. I don't think so. Maybe I may be wrong.
Most members of that CPC are now in APC now.
Yeah, but they are getting that vote because of Buhari. Because that is, I don't know, maybe I may be wrong, but I don't believe that vote will automatically goes to Tinubu when Akwankwaso is there, when Atiku is there, not Anas. So
no, but if we go to Tinubu, but at least he should be able to get just as you said, if all the governors support him, then he will get reasonable amount of that number, maybe more than 60% of that. Maybe more than 60% of that Buhari vote should go to
60%.
Yes, if all the governors will support him, as you clearly agree, he should get more than 60% of what's his name?
No, I don't think he will get up. No, I don't think. For me, I don't think when Atiku, this election is tribal already. For me, that is what Atiku is telling them yesterday. He said, "Look, it's tribal thing. I'm on our own. He was telling Arewa, Northern Elders Forum, all of them, they are there. So he said, Northern person will protect you more. So he's passing message to them. So for me, I think he will be. They will vote for him. They will vote for their own. They will vote for their own.
But sorry, if you say they will vote for their own, is Kwakwanso not their own? Is Shetima
Yeah,
not their own? I think the permutation you are trying to give us here is quite wrong. I see Atiku at more detriment to even Peter Obi being in Labour Party, because most of the majority of the vote of the Southeastern and all those other people, they will consider Obi before even Atiku. Then when you look at how the vote from the north has already been split by factoring in Kwakwanso, Shetima, with Atiku, with Obi on top of it, that has actually weakened Atiku's strength a bit in the north. So looking at how state of PDP is at the moment, you don't know what those South people, likes of Wike, would do eventually. The Southwest won't vote Atiku, looking at all those Twitter with this comment now that he's just made, with that Twitter that tweet that he deleted. I don't see how this upcoming election has actually favored Atiku in any way, with the way you are making it look as if it's more guaranteed for Atiku. If you are even supporting a bid that is, I will still be reasonable with you in a way, but telling us Atiku here will win, that everything is working for him. Nothing is working for Atiku at the moment, to be honest. That not vote, somebody like Kwakwanso is so strong. So majority of some of the votes he would have gone to Atiku is going to Kwakwanso. You look at Shetima too, majority of the votes too. And let's say Peter Obi with his vice presidential candidate will probably rack some votes into. So how is Atiku even strong in the north? To now look at the outsider and what has been transpired with his tweet and what he's saying now is not even helping him. And he called himself a unifier.
no.
This is a
For
lot
me,
of
I
things
said
to campaign
in
against
the
him at the
south
moment.
is
If you say you are a unifier and you are coming out to say I'm your own, don't vote for. Does a unifier even speak like that? So with your point, I don't get what you are trying to analyze to say to give us that assurance. Oh, it looks much guaranteed for Atiku. It doesn't. If you look at it, I'm not even
no,
looking at Atiku in this race anymore. To be honest,
no.
you can
I'm not
carry on, my
saying
brother.
I'm not saying it's guaranteed for Atiku. I'm saying who will do well in the north. That's what I'm saying. That Atiku will do
Yeah, that's what I'm
well
saying
in.
now to you. How do you think Atiku will do well in the north?
Hello.
Yeah, give us
Yes,
some
hello, go ahead.
factors,
Sorry,
things
Charles.
that you think,
Charles,
because
just hold on.
if you are looking at it, they are his own. Is Shetima not their own? Is Kwakwanso not their own?
Chetima is vice president. You take president first before you talk of vice.
Good evening,
That does,
everyone.
is the
Let's hear
political
from MD
strength.
Spice. Oye.
Yeah, I'm MD Spy. I here in
MD
Germany.
Spice. This is your first time joining us.
Yeah, this is my first time of joining you on live stream, and I'm
Oh,
speaking
you're
from
welcome,
Denmark.
man.
Thank you so much.
Denmark. Oh,
Yeah,
that's good to know. So, who they vote for?
yeah,
I mean, who Denmark they vote
yeah,
for?
I'm supporting Peter Obi, and
Man, anyway, I'll still root for you. I'll still root for you. I'll still root for you.
yeah, I will just like to shed light on Atiku's comment on that the northern people, they want somebody from the north. So this is to tell us how desperate these people are. So how can Atiku come out to say the northern people does not need an Igbo man as a president? They don't need a Yoruba man as a president. So it means that the north decide who is going to be the president of Nigeria. I think this is a slap on the face of the southern people. I hate to say I am from the south, and I hate to hear somebody say I am from the southwest. No, this is the problem we have, and this is why the northern people has been taking advantage of this to rule us over the years. And even upon ruling us, what has been the achievement of the average northern people? I'm not tribalistic. I'm not an Igbo man, but I'm supporting Obi, and my household is supporting Obi. The permutation you guys are analyzing all along, I will go a little bit differ, because with the Nigeria youth are yearning for change. Even the northern region, let's talk about the middle belt. You know, there's no way Atiku will win Benue State. There's no way Atiku will win Taraba State. There's no way Atiku will win Abuja. There's no way Atiku will win Taraba State. You know, and if we come to the South, I am from Edo State. I know from the beginning to the end, there's a village in my state that I called one day, and somebody was there to do something for me. You know what the person told me? He said, wow, there's no even network in this place. I see Peter's B here. So it means
Which village?
B
Sorry, sorry, Spy. Which village with that? What's the name of my village you call it?
Oh, okay, I'm from Esan in
You
Edo
from
State.
Esther? Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
from Akoko
you are
Edo.
from Edo State too?
I'm from Akoko Edo, yes.
Okay, yeah, but I'm talking about Esan, Emohi in Esan. If you know
Yeah.
Esan, Emohi should know how interior Emohi is. You get it?
Why?
So, yeah, but yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, bro. Egbewo Dame, my brother. I think we need, yes, I think we need to come together to say enough is enough. With the yelling of Nigeria youth, let's work with them. Let everybody reach out to their people. You know, this is not time for tribalism. What is Tinubu coming to offer to us at this time of Nigeria's problem? Tinubu is not feeling well, and it means we are still going to vote Kaba. Prosry governance. We don't even know who is in charge. People will be coming from, say, oh, Kaba to be ruling us. Is that what we still want at this moment in Nigeria? No, it's Atiku we want. A Fulani man hand over power to another Fulani man. You think Nigeria is still going to remain as one? That is my take on this. So we should know how we are. Everybody is doing his own thing, because otherwise, anybody that casts a vote for Atiku Tinubu is voting for Shetima to be the president. That's
my brother,
belief.
can I quickly ask you a
Thank
question?
you so much. Yes, ask me a question, bro.
Go ahead.
You know when you talk about the Kaba, do you count Obasanjo and Babangida as part of the Kaba?
Yes, they might be part of the Kaba, but what you want me to elaborate on that? Obasanjo and Atiku are part of the Kaba. But right now, I mean, and Babangida, but right now, they are fed up with the way the Kaba is ruling the country. But Obasanjo need a change, a positive change now. That's why you see he's trying to canvass for Peter Obi. And you see how silent Babangida is. Babangida is not even saying, oh, Atiku, one thing. But they all know what they are doing. A lot of prominent politicians from the north, they want Peter Obi. Let's be very factual. A left of prominent politicians from the north, they want Peter Obi.
MD Spice, the question when you're trying to answer that, when you say those people are the Kaba who are responsible for our problem, but on the other hand, they are still campaigning for Obi, don't you think is all one and the same?
No, I don't think so. You know what? The kind of Kaba that we think about their campaigning for Obi is not the same Kaba they have in the north. Yes, I will differentiate it.
You just agreed that some of the northern Kaba are campaigning for him. Babangida is from the north.
I say some of the northern politicians, prominent politicians, stakeholder in northern politics. I'm not saying about. I'm not talking about Kaba. There are Kabas in the north that are not in agreement with what is happening in Buhari's regime. I don't know if you are aware of that. There are Kabas in the north. They are not in agreement with what the nepotism Buhari is taking the country. You know, so when I meet Kaba, there are Kaba that want Nigeria to work. Yes, they want Nigeria to work. E.g., Obasanjo or Babangida at this moment. You know, so that is my take. Obi is going to sweep South. There's no state in South that APC or PDP will win. I'm assuring that.
Do you think Atiku would do well as a president?
Atiku is not doing any well as a president.
I mean, do you think he would do
Atiku
well? Do you think if he become president, he would do well?
No, that is exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm answering. Atiku has nothing to offer to Nigeria. He has come of age.
Okay, just hold on one
He has
second. Hold on 1 second, my brother. You just said now that Babangida wants Nigeria to work. And sorry, you say Obasanjo want Nigeria to work. And the same Obasanjo was supporting Atiku in 2019.
Okay, can I answer that?
Yes, please.
Because there was no third force. And now Obasanjo knew that Atiku would be better than Buhari. Yes, that
was the only option then.
That is the reason why Obasanjo supported that. There was no option. My people voted Atiku. Atiku will be better than Buhari. So now somebody just emerged that nobody thought about. Peter Obi just came. So that's what is changing the political permutation now. So we cannot just say, oh, the northern people Atiku because no, a lot of people from the north are angry. The northern politician as well.
I'm sorry,
they want a
Spice.
change, positive change, real change.
Hold on, Spice.
So my fear is
hold
they
on.
will not ring the election by bringing people from neighboring country to come and cast vote.
Hold on, Spice.
Guys, hold on.
We can barely hear you because your system is waffling somewhat. So maybe adjust your position so you can be a bit more audible. Everybody is engaged by what you have to say, but we're struggling to make you out.
Did you get that, Spice? All right, let's go to.
Was that? And also with Charles, there's a lot of woofing in your system. Ovie, move the conversation onto voices that we've not yet heard.
Yeah, progressive.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to say I kind of align with the position of our big brother Alexander Gomez, because sometimes when we are making, if you are supporting a candidate, right? When you try to make your analysis, so there's a level of biasness that you apply to it. So, like me, I don't have any candidate. Apart from say somebody like Showore, so, and I'm not going to tell you that Showore is going to win because I know he's not going to win. But he's one person that I will support if I wanted to actually go behind somebody. So, but whenever I'm doing an analysis, I'm just doing it based on what I see on ground and how I put things to work together. So this, the movement, the Labour Party movement, the OB movement, if we are honest with ourselves, because what I keep hearing sometimes is that, there are a lot of Christians in the middle belt, so Obi locked up area down. Why do you think every Christians will vote for us? We vote for one person. It doesn't work like that. Just because somebody is a Christian doesn't mean that automatically is going to vote for a particular candidate. So you have to understand that when I'm one person that believes that in a political settings, the way it works, all of us here, if we want to be honest with ourselves, all these established political parties, they have men on ground. So every man on ground is tasked with winning their unit. We're acting as if Nigerians just go to polling unit and just cast their votes like that. No, they don't do that. There are people who are in their area, who work with them, who live with them, who will tell them, mama, this person, and so person will they vote for. Mama, that person is like a family to them. So when that person is a member of a political party, this is the person that will lead them to the polling unit on election day. On election day, he will be maybe like a poll worker standing there, looking at the people from his own polling unit, people who knows him. So this is why when they talk about structure, this is how structure works for political parties. So these are the reasons why I feel like people are just hyping this movement. I don't think it would do as well as people think it would do. And for me, until I see anything change drastically, I still favor Tinubu in this election. I still favor Tinubu in this election because I've always said to you, we just talk about the North, but you have to look at the structure on ground in North. In Zamfara State is locked down APC. It doesn't matter whether Atiku is from wherever, it's locked down APC. Borno State is locked down APC. You know, I don't even want to go to places like Yobe and others because I know that they've had some little issues in those areas. But then you come to the North Central. People forget that Kogi and Kwara is part of North Central, and those two states is locked down APC. Those are high. They are majority Yoruba speaking people in both Kogi and Kwara state. So you when you then look at it, you're looking already 10 states out of 36. So if you say, okay, maybe Obi win the 5 in the southeast, that is 15 out of 36. So there's only 20 to go for anyway. So where's the victory coming from, Atiku or Obi? So that is why if you put the permutation in that order.
Wait, where's that 15? Which state have used 15 for Tinubu?
No, I didn't say 15. I said, okay, the 6 in the southwest, right?
Okay.
So
That's
then you had Kogi and Kwara. That's 8, right?
Okay.
So then you add Borno and Zamfara. That's 10. That's 10 states for Tinubu,
Zamfara.
right?
Why Zamfara?
Of course, Zamfara is good. But brother, what are you talking about? You yourself, you know that Zamfara is 100% APC. It's going APC. Look, even that one, if Kwankwaso is from Zamfara, he will still lose in Zamfara. So let's forget about that one. So APC and Borno, both Borno and Zamfara, those are the two northern states that I am saying 100% will go for APC. So let's put it that way. That's 10 states gone for APC. Then say Obi take the 5 states in the southeast. That's 15 states out of 36. So you're looking at out of 30. So what is left? So you look at 20 states also left. So where's the victory coming from, both Obi or Atiku there? You look at it, there's 20 states left. So I'm not even told the south.
That 20 state is still the majority.
Yeah, it's still the majority, but then you are not fighting between 3 candidates for that 20 states. So if one person already have 10 states, the other person already have 5 states, so you have 15 put away. So you have 21 states. No, you have 21 states left. So the question is, you now have 3 candidates, or with the effect of Kwankwaso in Kano State, because that Kwankwaso they just say is strong in the north is Kano State, and even in that Kano State, the only reason I would have said he had a good chance in Kano State was when Shekarau was with him. Now Shekarau left, Kwankwaso will not even win Kano State. I'll guarantee you that one. So I don't know who's going to win in Kano, but Kwankwaso will not win Kano State.
Two of your permutation are disagree with that of Katsina and that of Kano State.
I didn't say APC is going to win Kano State. You know, I just said I just said Kwankwaso will not win Kano State. So I didn't say APC will win it. It could go for PDP. I don't know, but Kwankwaso will not win. So I'm just saying that's Zamfara. So who do you think is going to win in Zamfara?
I mean, do you see how people are decamping from APC to PDP in Zamfara State and the environment?
Who has decamped from APC to PDP?
I'm talking about the followership now, the masses. Forget the big time politician. The people who vote in that
come on now. It doesn't work like that, brother. The 2 past governors and the current governors are all in APC.
Yeah, but they're not done well. There's a lot of banditry going on in that state. It's the most affected state when it comes to terrorism and what have you. So the game is not the.
Were there no banditry going on during 2019 election? I'm telling you, go and look at the result. Go and look at the result in 2019. Even with all the quarrel, all the fights the APC had in Zamfara, whereby they didn't even have a proper primaries, the Supreme Court was the one that gave all the seats to PDP. The PDP governor had to decamp to APC. A sitting governor.
You don't believe there's going to be runoff?
No. Which runoff? Where is runoff going to come from? Who's going to make them have a runoff?
I think who is Asiwaju is winning it outrightly based on your calculation.
Currently as it stands now, that is what I think will happen. As it stands now, it could change tomorrow. It could change by December. As it stands now.
If the narrative they are pushing to be not against the South, if Atiku should get it right.
No, Ovie, look at it this way. Look at it this way. Just imagine if Atiku wins now, right? So the question you need to ask yourself is the likes of Ganduje, the likes of El-Rufai, the likes of all those Northerners who want to aspire to be president in another few years' time, what chance would they have? If so you're telling us that Buhari will finish, Atiku will take over, then another Northerner will take over from Atiku.
No,
Is that what?
at this point of the game, the idea of South and North don't finish. Oh. These elections that was
No,
so
that's
that
why I think
it's no longer in our history.
that is why I think those APC governors will do everything to make sure Atiku doesn't win, because it will affect their own chances. Because if you say North and South is finished, Buhari finish, Atiku come in, then next time then you have another North and the country is going to break up. That one is 100% guaranteed. Look, you will see. You will not only hear Yoruba nation and Biafra. You will hear Edo nation. You will hear Ijaw nation. You will hear nation will full everywhere in Nigeria. Nation will just full everywhere in Nigeria.
Regardless of who win, those faction will begin again. Today, if a Tinubu win, guess what? You say now only me ATL and I get fashion for not. No, other one will spring out. Other one will spring out in the south. If Obi win, the same thing. So that we can't stop it at this point. It's going to It's going to take a space. The space that the north and south we don't abandon now. That is what is going to take it going forward.
That's why I believe that those northern governors, especially the APC one, they will do everything to make sure their party wins that election, so that they will have the chance to run in 8 years.
But it's not looking like that.
Don't tell me somebody like El-Rufai, people like Ganduje don't have ambition to run for president. So they are
not showing that sign. When I mean sign, they are not showing the fact that they are supporting the ticket. They are not doing anything.
Of course, they are supporting the ticket. Can you not see? Is there anywhere Tinubu goes and Ganduje is not there? Ganduje is like a handbag to Tinubu.
See, Ganduje is no. Forget when you are mentioning people that has weight in the north. Forget in the Kano State in particular. Forget Ganduje. Nah, it's not a. It no matter. Even Tinubu said no. You can't pull any weight. It's not if that is the people you are counting on, you're not gonna win your local government here.
So Ganduje 2 times governor not gonna win local government.
If you don't know the issue of the 2-time governorship, go now PDP they talk. You know now, go Kano, go.
I know, but you're talking about Kano. Kano is divided 3 ways now. So
it's not divided anyway.
Kwankwaso is the weakest among the three sides.
Let me tell you one thing you don't understand about the northern voters. They have their son on the ticket. Forget party
Which
now.
son?
Kwankwaso is on the ticket. That's their son.
So did Goodluck Jonathan not win election in Nigeria?
Their son was not on the ticket at that time.
Who?
Their son was not on the ticket.
Buhari was not on the ticket.
Buhari is not their son. Buhari is not from Kano. Buhari is not their son.
So Buhari is no longer their son now.
No, Buhari is from Katsina. They gave him
1 million votes in the last election. It's not their son.
No,
if it was their son, how many votes would they give him?
That's coming for you. Yes.
Ove.
Yeah.
I understand where you are coming from when you talk about Ganduje like that, but don't you think in this race at this moment is actually a plus for Tinubu that has somebody like Ganduje supporting him from the north? Whatever he gathers is still a plus for him from that region. So with the way this election is going, every person from the north that is supporting Tinubu is a plus. And you can't just write off the strength of a former governor like that. He has something on that is bringing to the table. You can't just write him off like that.
No.
He's still a sitting governor.
See, of course, every vote you can gather at this point counts, right? This vote, but in that region, for people like APC, if you are not aiming for 80% of that region, then you are not ready to become the next president. Because that's pretty much apart from Bola Tinubu, apart from the fact that he's from Southwest, yes, he gets the Southwest. He needs the Northwest, because that's APC. But we are here talking about Danguje. Who's Danguje? And Danguje will give her the vote that he needs from that region.
That's just Kano State. It's got El-Rufai in Kaduna State. So are you going to see Kwankwaso?
You think El-Rufai is actually supporting him? That's
come on now. So you guys are just making up stuff that this one is not supported. That one, okay, let's, you know
No,
what, we
no,
know
it's
that.
a question I am asking. I say, how are you sure? Because they are not. I'm not saying. I'm not putting it as a concrete. Say, yeah, they are not supporting it. I'm just saying, how are you sure? Because we are not seeing. Of course, we still have 3 months, but we are not seeing any. These are names. These are heavyweight, but they are not making any move. Nobody is speaking up. No, apart
What move
from
do you
the
want?
summit they
What kind of
organizing.
move do you want them to make? They are APC governor. They are there in their state working for their state. What kind of move are you talking about?
Hey, it doesn't. It don't. I mean, campaign has started. They are not coming on TV to say anything. But you understand now. This is if it's a do or die
It's
affair for the party. They
the
will
man
be.
that is the man that is running for the president. Has he come out himself to say anything? Let alone people that want to work for him. So the man himself hasn't come out to say anything.
That is the whole
Even
point
aside
now.
that, even aside that, my brother, I think in a way, Tinubu is not a fool. Yeah.
Yeah, you can say that. That's true. That's a fact.
Tinubu already promised Rufai a ministerial position yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm waiting be ministerial position for Erufai now. He was once a minister, as a governor. I mean, these
Okay,
are
so
good
look at
points.
Tinubu.
He already promised him a ministerial position yesterday.
He was a former
So
minister now, so that will not be. It's not a pro. It's not a progress. It's not promotion for him.
so
You
so what's
expect
the
them to be excited.
Yeah, but it's still going to have those. It's still going to be in government for when he's preparing to run for president. If you tell me if Rufai he doesn't run for president, I will not watch politics again, Nigeria. I'm telling you today. The time I'm telling you, Rufai will not run for president. You are having a
Yeah,
joke now,
but
Rufai.
you say you don't go follow. Can you do it without following politics? Can you do it? You can't do it.
I'm
But,
telling you, if Rufai doesn't run for president after 8 years, you watch it. You say I said it.
but yes, but running is different from winning, though. Anybody can run. You can run. I
Ah,
can run.
brother,
But
I don't know. I'm just making.
no, but I see your point. Under normal circumstances, that is how it should be. Tinubu should not be having sleepless nights when it comes to that region, based on the party support they get. But again, you are right. These guys get personal interest. They want to move on. But we'll see. We left to see. DOG, are you there? Progressive.
Yeah, I'm still here. I thought you were talking to someone.
Yeah, I wanted to shift to DOG, but it's not there. Second father.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry.
Who's here? Who's not here? DOG.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
For me, I just think this such statement that Atiku has just made is just shooting himself in the foot the more, because obviously, if we look at as things are even going in that party with Obi leaving and the Obi momentum, I think it affects Atiku more than Tinubu. And if you look at the way the northern voters will now vote, factoring in Kwankwanso, like I've said earlier, and Shetima, and some few other northerners, which are governors from APC, I think this whole thing still favors Tinubu in a way. And for me, I don't see how somebody will come and tell me Atiku is the one that has. If you're even coming and tell me, maybe Obi has a chance, I will. You will understand it. We've not been saying it on this. It's not the first time we are saying it on this platform. If you look at the way things are going right now, every calculation you would do doesn't favor Atiku in any way. It doesn't favor him. Now coming out to say something like this when you know what your tweet alone has cost, and you call yourself the unifier. So these people just come out to deceive us. What do you mean by unifier when you come out and say something like you are already saying, oh, don't vote for the Igbos? So are you even unifying anything? So we are not all blind. Everybody is awake now. But for me, if you look at how Nigerian election is run, Baba, I tell you, Tinubu still has a hedge above the rest of them. In every way you look at it for now, if you know Nigerian politics, because all this shout, Obi, 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 is when the scores comes out and you see what he has won. Because if we look at this situation of this Obi, okay, if you look at the situation of things right now, sir, Obi. Half of the people calling Obi are in the diaspora, and 95% of them will probably not even vote. There are a few people here, there are a few people in Nigeria clamoring for Obi and all that, but I don't see him winning this election. And for Atiku is not even, for me, it's not really in the race. If things change within that party and we can see positive things happening, yes, we might be saying yes. But for me right now, I have written Atiku off it. And people will say, oh, Buhari will want a northerner in the place. But Buhari is not stupid to bring a PDP person to come and take over from him, because a lot of things will be open, because the party will want to, like they always do. If PDP is there, then they come, they say, oh, APC has spoiled the whole thing. If APC come, they will blame, if PDP come, they will blame APC. He won't be stupid to give the power now to the opposition party. He would rather negotiate with Tinubu and say, okay, you are not chasing me, I will give you this. And I saw one of the topic for I couldn't join that says Buhari promised to make Tinubu president. All those things are not joke. Nigerian politics, people are talking about it as if we are in the US or in the UK. Election, they will still rig election where they can rig. They will do everything they can do to get there. So for me, Atiku saying this, to be honest, I just see him losing more supporters outside maybe the northern region, more supporters from that, because you can't be saying things like this after that tweet. That girl's death till today is still all of us. If you think about how that guy, and you come out as somebody that say you're a unifier to tweet something reasonable, then all of a sudden, just one comment on Twitter made you change your mind. So that tells us where you stand in the whole situation of that country
So
at the moment.
you think Jagaban will beat if it comes down to Jagaban and Tinubu,
Yeah.
Tinubu and Atiku in the north? You think Tinubu will beat Atiku in the north?
Yes, I think so. If you ask me
That's
why, I will tell you why.
how.
Why is because with the momentum of Obi, Tinubu just didn't make Shetima his vice president. There is a lot of Northerners in APC. We might say, oh, there are not a lot of Easterners, but in that party, there are loads of Northerners. There must be something that made him choose Shetima. To even go against the Christian Muslim arrangement that it should be, there must be something up. That's why I'm saying Tinubu is not a fool. Even when you say, oh, some people are you sure they are supporting him? He's not a fool. For us outside to figure it out, you think he wouldn't have known? He would have known. Everybody, all these guys have their loyalists. And if you look at even the Southwest, oh, Obi, majority of people will still vote Tinubu. There will even be some polling vote that Atiku will get more vote than Obi. And somebody said something, I don't know, it was the previous person that was talking, said something that really made sense. You see, Nigerian politics, people just see it like is everything we read on social media that makes the Nigerian politics. That's not it. All these two big parties, they have party members in every local government, every region, in every region of Nigeria, every area that they have meeting weekly. They reach out to them there. Those are the market women. Those are those people. That's why I don't see Obi in that direction. In maybe later on, yes, but this 2023 election, everything looks to favor Tinubu. I think Atiku should just keep quiet if he doesn't know what to say. If you want to woo your people with the situation of that country and the states where there is division of tribes and religion and all that, you shouldn't be saying things like this.
Yeah, but he's trying to exploit that to his advantage, though.
There are
All
better
of them
ways
are
to
trying to
do.
do
There are
that.
better ways to do it. There are better ways to do it. Tinubu will canvass the Yorubas to vote for him, but he won't come out and be telling the Yorubas, vote for Yoruba, don't vote for those Hausa. There is a way
But
he
he
will
said
say
it
it.
now.
There is a
Wait,
way he will
but he
say
said
it.
it now. I say our local.
Our local
Yoruba
he
local.
said it's his turn. It's my turn is different from don't vote
No, he said
for
Yoruba
Will,
local
don't
too.
vote
He said Yoruba.
for this person.
No, he
He
said
won't
Yoruba
come out and
local
say
too.
Yoruba people, don't vote for Hausa people and Igbo people. You know, our local, me local. It's my turn. That you can say, oh, why would somebody say that? People have said, oh, why would you say that? What audacity? Why? How can he be so sure that he's the one? How can he be saying that? But you can't compare it to what Atiku is doing, causing division, and you call yourself a unifier, and you're making statements like this. There are better ways to canvass your people and not to cause division, because you are causing division.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
that is causing the division we're helping, but that's from his own view. Because if the country is split
Eh,
50-50, he believed that the North will take his side.
He believed they should take his side, but he know few of them won't vote for him. That's why he's going back there to tell them. If they know they will take his side, they won't go there and be telling them this. He's desperate. And you can't be saying this if you call yourself a unifier. That's my take. And there is division. People are killing themselves with the way they've even killed Deborah. You can't be coming out and be saying, oh, vote for me because I'm Muslim, or vote for me because I'm Hausa. That doesn't make you a unifier. That's what I'm saying. There is a way you can say that to your people and they will get the message. But saying it like that I don't see how you help yourself, you know? So that's my take about it, my brother.
Well, it's interesting how you give APC that state. I see your reasons, but we'll see how the next 2-3 months will play out in regard that action. Let me move on to
Yeah,
Saka.
yeah.
Saka, are you there?
Weird. Is this Saka or Saki?
Saki father.
Weird, good
In a big
day.
man, now see how he just this middle of the day, just relax, just chill.
Good day.
Uh,
You are doing the Lord's jobs today, so you
Thank
actually
you. So
you're actually moderating very well. And 1 month, good day. It has been a
yeah,
very uh,
it's been up and down so far.
yeah.
Atiku, Atiku said the same thing that Bola Tinubu said in Abeokuta. Our local, they
Uh,
should vote for that the Northerners deserve the Northern president, pretty much, not
well,
the Yoruba president or any president.
yeah. Well, to me, given the Nigeria of today, the Nigeria we want to see as elites, and as a nation, we are desirous to begin to make progress. And as a nation, we want to prosper. I think those kind of statements are quite divisive and should be, it's highly condemnable. I wouldn't, well, they are doing it for their own selfish interest. Everybody wants to win. So politics is a game of interest, authoritative allocation of values.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah,
Do you think is we the masses are asking for that kind of rhetoric?
I don't think we, the masses, are asking for that kind of rhetoric. I would rather think that the masses have been forcefully, put in a
Hello?
position. The masses have been forcefully
Yeah,
put.
thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. I
Yeah.
think this is a new. I think
Hello?
we'll find a new. Yeah, new guy. Also, don't know. Yes. Hello, Biafra land.
My brother, how are you?
I'm fine. And you? How you doing? Where are you calling from?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm calling from Biafra land.
Biafra land. What part of Biafra land?
I'm calling from Imo State.
Imo State. Okay.
Yes. I greet the house.
Go ahead. Do you
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
you know?
yeah. I was here last time that we spoke about one or two things.
Oh, okay.
You remember? Do you remember again?
Not exactly, but maybe I
Yeah,
was
we
not
debate.
involved when you
Yeah,
said it.
we debate about when we are talking about when I saw the capture of the headline of your your this thing that the debate
Oh, the one that said the
about
head of the Kano is begging for the release.
yeah that I told you we come back. I'm the
Yes.
one. Yes,
Okay. Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
told you, and I told the house today that we are on right, that nothing, we are not, we have no case to answer. I said it, right?
Yes, you said that.
Yeah, and like today, God have been our witness. At least everything is open now, right?
Yeah, but Nnamdi Kanu is still not free yet.
No, 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 no. When the court is free, when court frees you, you are free. The only thing it have to go underground work, other things to have to achieve the goal. The most important thing is this: you never say government arrested somebody. You say police or court hold somebody, right? Government cannot arrest anybody. It's only the police or the court can hold you ransom. Government can put their
Yeah.
statement because we are in a land that that is not civilized. That is why government have nothing to do in judiciary.
Yeah.
Normally,
Biafra
had
land.
it been yes, had it
The-
been that we are in a civilized country like Western world, when court says that thing that court says is what it is because the country is abide by the law, not by government, is by law. And the judiciary is the key of the law. They hold the law. So judiciary is another body from government. They are not government, they are judiciary. So all this play game that government is playing now, they are just making fool of themselves. Understand? That is that we are all. This is very very logical. Is logical. So so don't think that he's not free. He's free, and he's free indeed. So forget about the other step of what we are now. That one is not the primary level of it. That is not even secondary level of it. Is the universal level of it. It's not it. That is not it
Yeah.
because
Biafra land. Biafra land.
yeah.
If you said for now there are other things underground that need to be done, is that are you saying that they are they are now looking at the option of begging for political solution?
No. There is nothing like I told you that day. Nothing like political solution. Everything have to go directly from the court and take the judge. When the court says, like for example, this man in Imo State they call Supreme Court governor is the Supreme Court that put him there because after the election they went to Supreme Court and Supreme Court make their judgment and their judgment is one. That is why that useless man is there.
Yeah,
Because the
but
veto power, the power of, I'm coming, for the power of the court makes him to be there. Buhari himself, the power of court make him to be there because after the election, the court satisfy his certificate because PDP was reacting against the election. Why they went to court severally and the PDP have to lose. Where did they lose? Did they lose it in INEC? No, they lost it in court. That is why the court has the power to keep you or to remove you. So that if Buhari can have the power from the court to still be there, it means Nnamdi Kanu have the right to be out of the court or of the DSS. But don't worry, I will still come to your stream and we will still talk about this. The Nigerian
yes,
government, federal government has no right to thwart when the court says. Understand? No matter whatever it is, they have no
I agree.
right.
Biafra land, I agree. I see where you are coming from. Yes, it's only the court
Okay,
that
good.
have the right to decide. But that of Imo State, it was the Supreme Court that made that judgment.
Yes.
Now, the judgment that Nnamdi Kanu got 3 days ago was from Court of Appeal. And the
Yes.
federal government, led by Malami, the Minister of Justice, has
Mm-hmm.
already alluded that yes, that Nnamdi Kanu has been what is the grammar that they use? That is not free, and he has been made the
Okay.
bail. He has not been. So that
Yeah,
means they are
he
going to
said
approach the Supreme Court.
no. Listen. Before you twat, like for example, let me give an example. Let's assume I'm your father. Let's assume I'm your father. Before you come to thwart my order, you have to obey my order first. When I say kneel down, you kneel down. You now say, Papa, I'm sorry. I did this thing because of this. You cannot say when I say kneel down, you start to tell me I did it because of this. No, you have to obey before control. You must obey me first before you say anything. When I say kneel down, you kneel down. You say, Papa, please, I want to say something. No
So,
man,
but
no woman.
what if they appeal to Supreme Court?
I'm coming now. I'm coming. We are talking about judiciary. And the Manami is not judiciary. He's an appointee, commissioner. He can be removed. But he can be removed anytime. He's an appointee. He's there just to be the commissioner of justice or whatever. He's not the justice. He don't know anything. He's just an appointee. He's never a lawyer. He's not a lawyer. He's just an appointee. Commissioner, that you are a commissioner of road in Nigeria does not mean that you know about road. You know that one very well. Commissioner of Ministry of Affairs does not mean that you know things about international or whatever, communication or whatever. No, you don't know
Yes,
it. They just
you are
give you
right,
because
but
they just want to compensate you for the help or whatever or your movie, the help you did when they are in this time or the other one, or just to give you to remove your hand from things they know
yes,
you will
Biafra
do.
land,
Yes,
Biafra land,
I'm
Biafra land. But this is not
yeah, my
about
brother.
Malami though. This is about the federal government saying they don't
Yes,
agree with the judgment per se. They are
yes,
going to
you
proceed
go
to
to
the Supreme
appeal.
Court.
Then you go to appeal. If you are not satisfied, then you are not going to say you will not release the guy. Then you have to release him and go to appeal court again. Then they will
Yeah,
now
but
order his. I'm coming. They will now order for his. If they see it, if they see reason to arrest him, they will now go and order for his rearrest or arrest because you can't call it rearrest. You call it fresh because it will be a fresh this thing, a fresh accused now and whatever. You now go back and they arrest him, bring him to court, or you call him to come to court because he have a fresh this thing accused. He have to come and defend himself. But the court says this is acquitted, is discharged and acquitted.
yeah,
It means
Biafra
when
land.
that particular, I'm coming. I want to clear you. I went to school, I know about it. Then when this thing goes back to court now, court can never react this or over this because they have acquitted and discharged. They discharged and acquitted. That is why that useless Manami could not say that he just said they discharge. Okay, if they discharge him, then discharge him from your court. Then let's forget about the acquit. Acquit means that his case still on board. Which means can you obey the one you agreed for? You have agreed that these two languages, acquitted, discharge and acquitted. Then you agree on discharge. Discharge means you have to let him go. Then acquitted, you disagree that those things they discharge the law, those things you accuse him, they said he's not that. The court have looked, you have no evidence to prove. They tell you now, this your accused has no meaning. Then they have taken it away. You say no, which means you have to agree. The one you agree, you have already agreed that he's the discharge. Okay, allow him to go. It's a simple logic. him to go. You say you will not allow him, and you don't even you don't believe on acquitted, and you agree on discharge. And okay, allow the guy to go now. Once you agree on discharge, then allow him to go. Then you go to appeal, and they reappeal again. You appeal the case. Then they have to revoke the case. That is that. It's a simple arithmetic. So why are we wondering about? So you see that they are
Yes,
making
but
use of useless of their self. Yeah, my brother. My brother.
Based on the history of Nnamdi Kanu of jumping bail, do you still think that the federal government will actually believe that it's not going to do the same route if they let him go now?
Oga, listen to me. Listen to me. You don't judge. You don't judge the bed from you don't judge something from the cover. You judge from the inside. Obey before complain. You have to obey the order first. Allow him to go. Then, if you want him, you request for him. You request for him.
Yeah, but
You will
if they let him go, is he not going to abscond as he did before?
Please. Nnamdi Kanu never ran away from court. He never ran away from Nigeria. You now that is saying this thing, I don't think you are in Nigeria or you have been in online in 2017. Because if you are there, you see somebody that they went to kill and they failed to kill him. They killed 28 members, 28 people in his house. Then, if it is you, are you going to stay there? Or you are going to wait, they kill you, Abi?
Okay,
If they kill you, wait, I want you to answer me yes or no. Are you going to wait in your house for them to kill you? And if they kill you, are you going to be in the court now? Who are you going to hold now? So answer me. If you are Nnamdi Kanu, are you going to stay in your house waiting? Say yes or no. I want to know.
I'm not going to stay in my house, but I'm not going to run away from the country either.
You are not going to run away from the country. Is it
Yes.
you are an ordinary man? You are not an Nnamdi Kanu. This is a freedom fighter number one. Why Sunday Igboho ran away from his house? Why Sunday Igboho ran away? He's not the only one. Wait. Why did he run away?
You are asking me now.
No, you people, yes, I want you to answer me because you people are taking it that Nnamdi Kanu jumped there. You don't know anything about that. If you are going to be sincere and be realistic, you must say the truth that Nnamdi Kanu never jumped bail. He have already announced that he needs 1,000, that 1,000 people will follow him to court on that October, that September. And the soldiers came to kill him. Then you want him to stay? Is it a small man that you can run away and stay in your mother's house or your mother's place or your uncle's or your auntie's place? He's not like that. This is somebody. Listen.
Yeah, let me put another perspective to this question. What of if Nnamdi Kanu, they're leaving Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow and they come out as with carrying an APC membership card? What will you say?
What
if Nnamdi come out with a APC membership card?
Listen, somebody says, I know my father and my father knows me. He can never do that. Write it and quote it.
Does that mean since you are a staunch Nnamdi Kanu follower, are you still going to support Obi if they're engaging?
I'm not an Nnamdi Kanu follower. I am a Biafran. And Nnamdi Kanu is my leader. I am not his follower. I don't follow somebody. If I follow you and you enter inside fire, which means I'll follow you to enter fire. He is my leader. I am not a follower of Nnamdi Kanu. I cannot follow him.
Okay. So, is this Nnamdi Kanu court judgment?
Yes.
Is it going to affect Obi presidency? Is the Biafrans going to queue under Obi or not?
Anything about election, we are not here, and we don't. Even me, as I'm telling you now, I don't have anything like what do you call it, voters card. So it's not my concern. Whoever that goes there is not my concern because I am not after Nigeria anything. What
Okay,
I am after is what I am after is for Nigeria to be destroyed, then to be shared and be destroyed, because when it's sharing, then we destroy it. We need our Biafra to go in peace.
Biafra land,
We want to go
Biafra
to
land,
peace, my
Biafra
brother.
land. So all
My
these
brother.
thousands of or millions of Biafrans, the Biafran,
Yeah.
just as you say, you are a Biafran follower. So are you saying they are not going to vote for Obi? They are not going to participate in voting for Obi?
My brother, one man, one vote. I know only myself. I don't know about any other person. Even my son, my daughter, my mother, my brother, my wife, I may say, don't go and vote. Then I'm in the bush. Tomorrow they will go their own. I will be in the farm. They will go their own. It's not my concern. All I know, me personally, nothing concern me. Nothing concern me. It's not everybody that said they are Biafrans or they are Biafrans that need Biafran today. Some people need it in peace. Some people need it in violence. Some people want it for other people to go and come and bring it. So it's different perspective of people. People have ideology. So we have only one ideology, that we need Biafra, but not everybody is ready to die for that Biafra. Like me, I am ready to die.
So if
Not
if the
everybody.
federal government failed to release Nnamdi Kanu, what next for the Biafrans?
What next? When they release him, we know the next thing.
If they don't release him, if they fail to release him, if they don't obey the
If
court
if they
judgment,
fail to release him, that time we will know the next thing. We can't say this thing will happen. We go when something, as in step by step. We take things by step. We have our plan B for every step. Then you don't review your plan B until plan A fails. You
what
don't
of
review
Biafra land? What of if they release Obi today and Simeon Ekpa refuse to step down as the leader as he currently is? What do you think?
Listen, yeah, that is why I tell you that Biafra is an ideology. In the Christian kingdom, they have Catholic, they have Chorobi, they have this, they have that. But all of them believe in Christ. All of them believe in Jesus. All of them believe in God. But their ideology are not the same. They don't have one ideology. When Simon Ekpa refuses to step down, he continues his own. All we know, we need Biafra. Whoever that can bring us Biafra should bring it. We don't care who brought it, who will bring it. We don't know. All we know
So,
is
so you are saying
Biafra to
that
be in existence.
if Simeon Ekpa refused to step down for Nnamdi Kanu, you guys will definitely just ostracize him. You guys will cut him out of the Biafran struggle. Is that what you are saying?
My brother Simon Ekpa is doing wonderfully well. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is doing wonderfully well. And definitely, so that people cannot put problem on this issue, because Simon Ekpa, whenever he's talking, he's used to tell you, my leader, and he have already said it. When my leader comes out, I have to hand him over everything and go down. Then I will go and rest. That is what he said. Then he will continue doing what he was doing with him.
Do you believe him? Do you believe him?
Wait. Then he will go down and do this and do that. Fine. Listen to me. If he do that, good. If he don't do that, good, because it will also help the Biafra to come fast. Because he will be doing his own, and Mazi will be doing his own. Then remember that this struggle, nobody knows who will bring it, because it was Ojuku. Later it was what do you call him? Raphael. Owazrike. Now Owazrike was there. Nnamdi Kanu have overtaken him because of his
but it's not. Owazrike is now Nigerian.
Can I answer you? I'm coming to answer. Finish your question. Now Owazrike is alive, and the Nnamdi Kanu is going. Then, if Simon Ekpa can do more than Nnamdi Kanu, let him do. What we need is who will bring us Biafra. Nobody is having the mandate to get it. Nobody. Nobody is taxed. You must, not you. This is a struggle. It is not something you call like vote. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. If your ideology or your power is going down, the person that is overtake is allowed.
Biafra land.
But,
You don't believe Peter Obi. You don't believe Peter Obi can bring the Biafra to fruition.
Peter Obi, how can Peter Obi bring Biafra anything? Peter Obi, have you seen him talking about Biafra before? In his he's going there for Nigerian presidency. He's not going there for Biafra anything. So we don't have anything dialogue or political meeting or whatever with him. So I know what I'm saying because I'm an insider of IPOB. I'm an insider to Biafra struggle. Then nothing concerns us, concerns Peter Obi. He's doing his own thing. He's a politician. A politician is like a black snake. It's like night snake. It can change at any given time. You don't know their head. You don't know their tail. So we don't go with them. We don't work with any fucking any politician. We are freedom fighters. They are politicians. So you don't combine these two.
If Obi eventually win and become the president, the agitation will still continue.
Oga, your question is good. We are not threatening until we achieve Biafra. Our aim is to achieve Biafra. Our aim is not for Obi and the whatever. It's not about presidency. Whoever that won should go there. Meanwhile, one person must win. So whoever that wins, go is not our concern. Our concern is not about Nigerian government or Nigerian presidency or whatever. Our aim is to achieve Biafra. Our aim is we are fighting for Biafra, not for Nigeria.
Biafra land. Are you going to be disappointed if Nnamdi cannot come out and he just keep quiet about Biafra?
He can. I told you at the initial time. I know my father and my father knows me. Nnamdi Kanu is not that type of person. He's not a type of person you can have double mind on him. This is the person when you follow him, you follow him. This is somebody you can swell for. So I can swell. When last week or last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, when this thing occurred that these people are begging, I told you it's lie. I told you it can never happen. It can never happen. I'm an insider to struggle.
Okay.
So this struggle
Biafra
is not in my mind.
Biafra land.
My brother.
Legally, the territory called Biafra land, which is the Imo, all the 5 states, is still in Nigeria. Will IPOB allow election? Will IPOB allow election to take place on 2023 if Nnamdi Kanu is not released?
Listen to me. If you can go and listen to our leaders' broadcast, our Biafra struggle is our Biafra territory is not only 5 states. That is number one. You must know that. Number
Which
two,
other states?
I'm coming. Number two, let me just add up from that 5 you said. Let me just say one. Let me just say 1 or 2. We have our members, we have our brothers and sisters in Kogi side. We have our brothers and sisters in Port Harcourt, is in River State, in Edo State. But let me
wait. I'm from Edo State. We don't have IPOB and Biafrans in Edo State. That's my state.
Don't worry, you will not know. Go there and ask. I didn't tell you you have IPOP or you don't have. I tell you this is Biafra land. We are talking about Biafra land.
Wait. You are claiming my land now. I'm from Edo State.
We don't claim it.
Land is Biafra land.
Listen, we don't claim it. If you want me to explain to you about Edo State, you can make a program and invite me. I will come and tell you things about Edo State. Why Edo State is a Biafra land. If you
on what condition? You show your face on camera.
No, I don't want to show my face. I'm a security.
Then how will I put credit to what you're saying if you are claiming everywhere in Edo State is Biafra land? No, nobody's going to believe that.
Edo State is 100%. In short, 1000% of Biafra land. But the argument should not be don't bring it today. It
Okay.
has a long way to go.
Okay.
There
Okay.
was another question you asked with this. I forget it. What was that?
I said, if will IPOP allow election to take place in Biafra land?
Nothing concerns IPOB. Nothing concerns Biafra struggle. Concerns anything with election. We have nothing to do with election. We have nothing to do with election. Nothing concerns us. They can go ahead and do their election. What concerns us is to get our Biafra and simple. Only to get our Biafra and go. Their election is not our concern. They should go and do their election according to the law. They should go and do their election. They should go and do whatever they want. It's not our concern. Our concern is to get our freedom and go. It's not election. Election cannot give us our freedom. Election cannot give us Biafra. What will give us Biafra is referendum. That is what we are asking for. Finish. It's not election. Election is different from referendum. So
When
they
are
are
you
doing
this
their thing.
referendum? This referendum, where is it going to take place? Because I know there's no plan like that in those states to have referendum about
Fine,
Biafra or Nigeria.
fine. When it will have place is when the time comes. You can't use all your 5 fingers to put in your mouth. You have to put it one by one. Biafra struggle is a struggle. You have to take it step by step. You don't just go ahead to destroy things.
So
It's
the
not,
next step now
we
is to
don't
get the
know by
Nnamdi release.
He's already released. Nnamdi Kanu is already released. For you to hold him, you are putting yourself in a mess. You are making mockery of yourself. That is that. So the more they hold him more now, the more they are drawing our freedom very, very close. Because they are making the world to know more about the nonsense of Nigeria. So it's more better. Let them still hold him more today. Then they will know. I tell you. I tell you.
What
I
is
will
going to
keep on
happen?
here. I told you already. We are not violent. I told you they are they are drawing our referendum very close. That is what I just said. I never said something will happen. I never said we will fight. I never said anything. I said the more they hold him, the more they are drawing our referendum very close. The more they are making our
He is
freedom.
the leader at a point. He's pretty much the only person that is speaking for Biafra. How is he bringing it closer if the leader is no longer in authority?
Yes, there was a time. Obasanjo was in prison, and he was in prison, and he won election. You know that. So forget about that.
No. The
He just came out.
Nigerian government at the time actually brought him out
I asked
and
you.
make him the
I asked.
president.
Good. So forget about that. Forget
So,
about that. His being there does not mean that our freedom is not coming. It's not our business. That is not our fucking business. Our fucking business is that let him be alive. Finish.
but don't you think that if Obi become the president, it will make it
Oga,
easier
I beg,
for that to
please.
happen?
Obi is not there for us. Obi is there for their Nigerian things. We are not after Obi. We don't know Obi and we don't want to know Obi. Even if Obi become the president tomorrow, even Obi become the president tomorrow, that is for him. He's going there to serve his cows, not us. It's not our business. He's doing his business. He's doing. Obi don't have any business doing. He only have politics. That is his
So,
business.
when should we expect you? When do I expect you to come on here again and talk? Next week? Do you think it's going to be released by next week?
Uh, you mean what? Come again, please. Pardon.
Do you think if Nnamdi Kanu will be released by next week so that we'll have you again to come and talk? Or when
Okay,
soon can we expect that?
okay. I don't think he will be released by next week because the court have ordered him to be released. So I think he should be released tomorrow, today, or yesterday. So
So
for me to
if
be,
it does,
I'm coming.
if it doesn't get released today or tomorrow, will I see you? Will you come back here to talk about it?
If he's not released, I will, if I have the time, I will still come. But if coming here, I must have a point or a reason to come. If you have a program that pleases me, I must surely show myself. I must surely come to talk. But I'm not
Okay.
coming because of his release. But if his release will still make me to come, I will still come. You understand? We are in Nigeria.
But
You know what Nigeria is. If they cannot obey, the simple court order. So what do you think again? We are hoping that he will come out soon. So for now, I can't tell you authoritatively that is today or tomorrow. But normally, he's supposed to be out since 2 days ago or a day ago. So I don't want to digress on that.
but
Okay. Thank
sorry.
you very much.
Uh,
You have a question, ODOG?
uh, um, does it think Obi will be released for the election?
He
Are
said
you
Obi will be
asking me?
released today, tomorrow. Yes, he's asking you, Biafra land. Do you
Yeah,
think
he
Obi will
said
be released
what?
before the election? Do you think
Who?
Obi will be
Who?
released before the election?
My leader? There is
Yes.
noise. There is noise. There is noise. Please. There is
Is
noise
okay.
somewhere.
Yes. He said,
Okay.
do you think Obi will be released before the election?
Obi or my leader?
Your leader, sorry, Nnamdi Kanu.
My brother. Good. I have answered this question. For him not to be released is not what you come here to talk again because normally he have already been released since last week. So
Okay.
talking about release now, he have already been released because there is no lawyer of IPOB that can go to court now to say, why are you not releasing my client? Because they have having the hard copy of his release. So he's kidnapped now again. They have already kidnapped him, and now they are kidnapping him for the second time. So you think it's a joke? So I'm not here to talk about release. I'm not here to talk about release because our
Okay.
leader have
Biafra
already
land.
been released. Yeah,
Biafra land. I
my
understand you and
brother.
I clearly see
Okay,
where you are coming from. Thanks, man.
okay.
Thanks for coming out today
Yeah, you're
to let
welcome.
us know what you feel. Yeah. Hopefully
You're
we'll see
welcome.
you again real
OG,
soon.
yeah. OG, you have another question?
What? Oh no, that's my question, but you didn't answer it.
No,
Yeah,
he
I
answered
answered
it.
it. I
He
answered
said
it.
he has already been released. He's being kidnapped
I
now.
said my leader have already been released because let me clear you. Maybe you feel that I didn't answer it. Listen, we go by law. We don't go by federal character or federal statement. We go by law. The law have released him. So anything that is holding him in the hands of federal government is not the law. So they are abusing their own law, the law they created, the law they make. That is what they are abusing. You understand? So you don't
All
talk
right,
about
Biafra
his
land.
releasement. You talk
Thank
about
you very
his
much, man.
free from the adoption because he's now double adopted. Now they adopt him for the second time under the first adoption.
Thank you very much, Biafra land.
You are
Let's
welcome.
because of
You are
time, let's
welcome.
move on to Collins. Collins Durban.
You you are welcome. Okay, I will be going offline now because I'm on duty. I thank
All
you,
right,
my
man.
brother, for
Yeah,
giving me the time, and I
yeah.
thank OG for his
Obi, I
question, my
was on the
brother.
line before you cut off.
You are welcome, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Biafra land. See
Obi, I
you.
was on the line before you cut off.
Okay, yes, okay, and Father. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, Eric and
everybody,
Father.
yeah,
Just
everybody.
okay. Let me. I'm already caught up with time. Just use this one as roundup. And Mr. Collins, don't be angry when I get to you.
No,
Just round up with you.
you were asking me about what I feel about Atiku and all those statements. So,
Yes,
you were asking me whether it was the masses. It was actually what the masses want. So,
yes. So, but just use your point as just a form of roundup. We don't
right.
actually have time.
Okay. All right. My roundup point is that the way the politics is going now, the political equation is becoming difficult to solve. We don't know who is going to win at the end of the day. The political equation is becoming more difficult. It is looking like a differential equation to be solved without any initial conditions. So we don't know where the solution is going to, how the solution is going to be. So, but let's keep watching and as things unfold. But as for Atiku, that statement is quite divisive. It is not a statement that needs to be made, and it really pains me that the political elite have always tried to intentionally keep the people in servitude so as to use these kind of narratives to sway them towards doing what they want them to do. So I think it is quite divisive, and it's condemnable. That is the way I see it. But let's keep on keeping on and see what happens at the end of the day.
Thank you, man, Sheridan Father, for we actually spend our time in other things rather than the main thing we had to talk about. But hopefully by tomorrow you'll be on time because you are late to class. Anyway, man, thanks, Sheridan Father. DOJ,
Yes, bro.
what's your parting point, parting remark?
Yeah. Um, I I think a lot of people with his campaign crew need to talk to him. He can't be saying things like that. A lot of people that probably even not from the north will not like that statement, and it's going to affect it. Even if the northerners vote for you, you still need some votes out there. So you can't be making statements. And for me, and this just shows us again and again that this guy is not going to unify anything. He's not going to unify anything. And I saw somebody, I don't know whether it's Gaffa or somebody saying um, Bola Tinubu said that don't vote for Atiku and Obi. That's different. Now campaign is on. You can say that, you can mention the contestant name, but not where they are from. He didn't mention, he didn't say Igbo or Hausa. Say don't vote Atiku. Of course, they are contesting together, but he's not using it, he's not taking the tribal channel to do his campaign. He's mentioning their name. Peter will be coming out to say vote for me. Obviously, he's automatically saying don't vote Tinubu or Atiku, which is normal. But coming out to say don't vote Igbo and Yoruba is I don't see that as wise. And to me, I just see that man as he's a liar and he's deceiving us. He's not going to unify us. I think it will even be far worse what we get now if that guy comes in. And if he even comes in, probably it might even divide that country, because I think if an Hausa man comes in and people get tired, the clamor for referendum, Yoruba nation, and the Biafran the agitation will be more, because it's from one another to another, but we are still getting the same people coming to attack people. That would divide the country. So that's my take. Atiku is not helping himself with statements like that. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man, DOG. Thanks for your time. Hope to see you again for the afternoon section. Mr. Collins.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry for not having enough time to hear your full contribution. But it's your fault. You are not a stranger on this platform. So you come late.
It's okay. Yeah, I jumped in very late. I didn't even
Yeah.
I didn't start from the beginning, so I wouldn't have the full picture. But let me quickly touch on conclude with let me start with Biafra land that just spoke. I want to say that his opinion, I don't believe, represent that of our entire Igbo nation, if I put it that way. It is an opinion and it's respect, and I respect that. No doubt there are a lot of people that shares that same opinion, but there are also people that are in the middle. For a lot of people as well, I believe that IPOB is a cry for justice, and I believe that if they perceive that that injustice is being dressed, that a lot of people would prefer to be in a bigger nation, because as much as it has its challenges, I also believe that there is much more that will benefit us all more than just trying to carve out a nation of our own. And when you asked him about five eastern states, I also disagree with the phrasing of that question, because we do know that there are Igbos in Port Harcourt, like here in Port Harcourt, like he rightly in Rivers, like he rightly mentioned, there are Igbos in Delta State. So we cannot use the states as it's created, if Biafra is going to happen, to use it to judge where the boundaries are. At the same time, I also disagree with him when people want to like extend boundaries, because in as much as you speak the same language with someone, doesn't automatically mean that that person believe or agree in whatever that you want to, in a separate nation that you want to create. Not even every woman believe in it. So I don't know how or why anybody would think that people from Niger Delta will move from Nigeria to become Biafrans. So if we are looking for justice in Nigeria, we should be mindful of that as well, how we speak, because it could come to some people as being arrogant, which we already perceive as in Nigeria. About Atiku and everything, that's why I like these politicians speaking more, because the more they speak, the more they drop these gaps, because these are the things that they actually believe in. That's why I really don't rate political people very much, because the reason that we have been able to hold Obi to account for a lot of things is because he said some of those things. So you cannot really disassociate him with the things that he said. All these ones that's been speaking through proxy and everything, yeah, even when those ones make those kind of guys, they will be like, oh, they speak for themselves and everything. But you give these people mic like every day. They've had the mic as much as Obi has. I think by now everybody would have seen their true colors and everything. So Atiku just spoke his mind. I don't see that as a big deal. I just wish and pray that they speak a lot more, so that people get to know them better, so people know exactly what to expect from them, instead of anyone hiding in one corner and all of a sudden become president tomorrow. And we keep saying, oh, we didn't know, we didn't know. We just want them to speak. And yeah, for us to know, if we decide after hearing everything they have to say, that that is the right person that Nigeria need right now, I mean, that's our decision to make. But yeah, let them keep speaking. Let them keep saying their truth.
Thank you very much, man, Mr. Collins. Even though you come late, you made a point that a lot of people will agree with, and hopefully you come back early tomorrow or you join us later in the evening. Yes, we've come to the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for sticking by. Let me start by thanking those on the comment section. The thoughts of many, George, Udem, Taga in the City, George, Kulata, and Ministable, and every one of you out there. So thank you for joining us. Hopefully, you guys will be with us again tomorrow. And for those that come on the screen, thank you for your contribution. A lot of point has been made, a lot of disagreement, agreement has been reached. But most importantly for me, the takeaway for me today here is that they won. What I mean, they won. If this critical time that we are supposed to be talking about things seriously, time that they're supposed to be educating us more on how they achieve their lovely ideas and policy. But look at what we are concentrating on, talking about where which tribe desire to produce the president. And this is the leading by the candidate themselves. This is not reality that is spring up from the street. That's why when people say, "Oh, we are divided," I say, "No, we are not divided. They want us to be divided." Because an average market woman in Lagos, in Meduguri, or anywhere, they are not talking about who better an Igbo man should come and fix the problem or a Yoruba man. They just want somebody who can do the job. But unfortunately, we don't get to, you know, hear about those kind of rhetoric from the political kind. That's why I asked, who is at fault? This is it people who see in it fit that the easiest way for them to get to power is to divide us, or we that actually blindly following directly without actually setting a foundation. That's why I say people like the obedience. I keep using them because they are the new entrants into the game. They had no plan. This is the time they should be organizing town hall meetings. I'm using them because they are everywhere in Nigeria. Young people are everywhere in Nigeria. They are not even setting any standard for the candidates. I expect them to be organizing town hall meeting and make it compulsory for these people to attend, or they don't get their votes. That is again if they know how much their vote was or is. But as I said, most importantly, we still have a long way to go in this kind of democracy system we are playing. From us, the masses, we need a lot of conscious driven organization to sensitize the average Nigerian voter what it should be buying from this political candidate, whatever they are selling to. We should be able to educate our people what they should look out for. But of course, we are far away from them. So on that, I say thank you, and want to say special thank you for those who actually donated and buy coffee. People like Jafar, we appreciate you, and we need more from you guys. Need more. We need more. We can do better. But on that note, I say, out our politics. See you guys later.